In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang, motherfucker. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. There was an assassination attempt.
I guess
I just saw it bang, bang. And
mean, your chat was getting gay. You might as well do something gay, too.
There was a lot of gay shit going, fuck, I am getting fat again. I got to nip this thing in the bud. Jesus. Back up to 220.
Just fucking embrace it.
Oh, no, I got to bring it down. I'm alone. Sitting here alone.
You got slam piece.
I know, but she's not going to hang around if I fucking get all fat and shit. I got to figure my shit. I got to keep it at that fighting weight at 215. I was happy at 215. I got to stay there. Eating the kids' leftover Casey's breakfast pizza from Saturday morning.
I've seen her try to talk you into eating food. Like, I don't... If she has a problem with your weight, some of that's on her then.
Maybe she's a feeder.
Maybe.
So I got to fight that too. That's another thing. God damn it. Welcome to the show. Now, I've officially made a ruling.
What? Oh,
if
rules.
we miss in the morning, the evening show has an opportunity to make it up at night, and the streak stays alive. So right now, the streak stays at 10.
I mean, it is that you say days. You're not doing shows.
Oh, did I say days?
No. Isn't that what you do? You have a 10-day streak?
Oh, no, this would be 10 days. Okay, yeah.
So you're not wrong.
So we missed by 60 this morning. Now, between you and me, I already paid myself the 60. Like, I already, whatever.
You just told everybody, asshole.
Right, yeah, but they didn't hear me.
Oh, okay.
So, if you guys knock out the 250, because it's a full one tonight, the morning show audience did not help you at all. They told you to go fuck yourselves. So I would do 250 and then stop and then get the 60 that they didn't get, and guess who gets their half hour of overtime later this week? You guys do. Can't do an hour. It'll probably be it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
I don't want to spring it on Matt right now. But my thing is this.
I don't need sleep or nothing. It's all good.
Just throw money at us irresponsibly, be gross, be disgusting, and we'll hammer this thing out. We'll call it a win. But if we don't knock out tonight and earlier this morning, I will kill the streak and restart it at 1.
You remember how the radio worked when you wanted to get me on? Right. And I said, like, I talked to my boss, and he's like, no, that ain't going to work. And then you called my boss, and he's like, no, yeah, that's fine. What's the big deal? Not a problem.
Right.
You want to do that again and get my schedule changed?
So you can do some mornings?
Let's just force my current place of employment, my current boss, to change everything so I don't have to get up so fucking early.
I would love to have you do Thursday mornings.
Well, I know I'm not. Oh, I was just talking to be able to do evenings without
Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, if you could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or if you could just do Thursday mornings, I'd be fucking tickled pink. Although I really am enjoying solo shows. It's kind of like when April left, I said the same thing. She got pissed at me.
Yeah.
But she quit on me.
She got mad because you had joy.
She got quit on the audience. She quit on me because she wanted
your kids.
Yeah. I mean, look, that comes later. But she asked me, she goes, well, how's it going? Mm-hmm. This fucking better be Frankie, by the way. Otherwise, hold on.
Answer the phone, faggot.
Oh.
That's not Frankie.
That's not Frankie. That's not Frankie. Hold on. I don't have it hooked into the system. Who is this?
Nova.
Oh, Nova, what's going on, buddy? I've got I got a whole opening rap here that I was going to do, but I'd love to hear from you. I have you right now pointed at the mic because I didn't hook the phone up to the board before the show. What's up, Nova?
I see that. How come you're flagging Elb?
Flagging who?
Elisa Clips.
No, I had nothing to do with that. I've been talking to Elisa Clips today.
Well, is there drama?
Why would I flag? Why would I flag her? I fucking love her channel.
You lie like a motherfucker. You say that about everybody that you hate.
I don't flag anybody, you dumb cock. What are you talking about?
You're lying.
I literally was talking to her today and said that's fucking bullshit because I don't give a fuck if you don't believe me. Wait a minute. Why am I arguing with you? Who the fuck are you? My show.
Okay, so we got some shit to get into after
we were gonna get into that in a second.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that in a second.
Get your phone hooked up in case it's needed. If fucking Frankie calls and you don't got that goddamn thing ready.
Where that fucking thing came from, I was excited that it was Frankie.
So that's who's been calling you all day to harass you. It wasn't Frankie?
He's like, oh.
Fuck that guy. Calling from Sydney, Nova Scotia, and it's not Frankie.
And then he goes, that's what you say about everyone you hate. No, I don't. People I hate, I go, I fucking hate that guy. You don't hear me say about Patrick Melton, like, oh, yeah, love him. He's great.
I think I know who you hate.
Yeah. Just ask me. I'll tell you who I hate.
Been very clear.
I mean, we didn't get our ass kicked. We lost by a little bit this morning, so please throw it in the form of Super Chat or PayPal. But still, you can ask me who I hate, and I'll tell you. I love Elisa Clips, and Elisa Clips knows that I love her too. That sounds so fucking gay. I love her work. I think she does a great job. That's the thing, like, My Lost Interest, Stalin, Elisa Clips, I think they all do great work for one simple reason. Will Heron TV is another one. They do great work because they're not unfair. They just post the fucking clip and let people watch it and let them decide.
Perfect.
And they make money. I like that. I don't have to clip shit out. People can find steel toe if they want to. So no, I would never. See, we were going to talk about the Elisa Clips thing. Her channel got demonetized because somebody fucking flagged her for harassment.
Really?
Yeah. Which is bullshit, and I don't think people should do that, but it happened. Nova is the only person I've seen so far accusing me of doing it. Like, I sent Elisa, what happened was last night, I sent Elisa a DM. I'm like, hey, I see things are going very well for your channel. Congratulations. I hope you're making a lot of money. And then she sent me a thing this morning. She goes, you spoke too soon. And then she showed me the notification that she got demonetized. They kicked her out of the partner program for harassment. And I'm like, that's fucking horse shit. Now, I don't know who did it. A lot of people are saying, oh, Nick did it because she released this big docu thing on like Nick versus Nick and showing him like like later Nick versus younger Nick.
Yep.
And I will say this. I know the man. I don't think he did it. The guy I knew, and granted, he may be different months down the road now after everything that's happened.
I don't know if the guy you knew is the guy who still exists, sir.
That's fine. But the guy I knew would not be flagging her channel. He might be like calling her obsessively when she says something bad about him or like trying to convince her, hey, I'm one of the good guys. You should be nice to me. He might do that, but I don't think he would flag her channel for harassment. The only problem is he's like most of her content. So who else is going to flag her for harassment?
Well, based on the guy I know and the guy I met twice, I'm going to say the guy I know, I've never known to do anything like that. And I've known you personally and professionally.
Yeah. I don't.
For many years now.
I mean, I kind of thought it was out of the question that I would fucking do that. Like, I didn't even think that was like that was a debate that I was part of it at all. You could always show your flag history like Mundane Matt. I've never flagged anybody. I honestly, are you talking about like reporting people? I've never reported a channel in my life. I've never so much as reported a video. Even a video that maybe like offended me or I thought was terrible. I would never think, click the report button. What a gay thing to do.
Who is Mundane Matt? And is there something accessible on my YouTube? Have I flagged videos?
I'm not familiar.
If I did, it was because I thought they were boring and dumb.
I'm not familiar with Mundane Matt, but that is a great fitting nickname for you. And we should adopt it.
I mean, I'll be Mundane Matt. Matadors, Mundane Matt. All right.
But at any rate, no, I didn't even know that was a possibility that I could be accused. But no, I had nothing to do with with Elisa Clips getting demonetized. And I hope she gets her monetization back. We were just talking last week about how fucking hard that must be to clip all that shit.
I've never heard you say one negative thing about her.
No.
It's always like, all right, cool. Yeah, she clips all the shit. And people get to watch it.
And then
I don't have to do the shit. I don't have to pay somebody to do the shit.
And then that guy Nova goes, you fucking say that about everybody you hate. That's not true. I say I fucking hate people I hate. I just like a lot of people. I can't help it. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Who have you ever said you hated or no, you loved?
I hate. Can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
There's people I've loved and that I now hate.
That's different.
There's people that I've hated and now well, not too many of those. But the fact is, no, I had nothing. I don't even feel like I said, the reason I hung up on Nova, who the fuck are you? I don't have to defend myself to you. Of course I had nothing to do with that. It's insulting for me to even have to address it. Ryobi sent me a text. He says, they're not sending their best. These shooters, they're no good. I looked at the blood and said, look, he missed. He missed. Thank you, Ryobi. I appreciate that. So, guys, what I need from all of you tonight, we need to knock that goal out. We need a win tonight. I can't lose this morning and tonight. So let's go ahead and pitch into that Streamlabs, that PayPal, those Super Chats, the Venmo, everything else. We do appreciate all of your contributions to this program and hope you throw in a few. Yeah, I was going to start with that Elisa thing today.
Yeah.
And I guess I got...
I guess you were told you were going to start with it.
I got beaten to it. Yeah. I was like, why don't you fucking address it? And then I address it.
Calm the fuck down. It's coming in like 5 minutes. You just shut the fuck up.
That's not the way I wanted you to address it.
It's not your show, sir.
I don't know what to tell you then.
Whose show is it?
It really is like making dinner for toddlers.
Yeah.
It's like, here, I made you some...
Wait, what's for dinner?
I made you some food. Here's some sustenance. And then they go, yeah, I don't want that. And you're like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. I have no idea. I'm sorry. This is all becoming very childish. So, yes, we got a great show today. It's going to be fun. I am a little nervous about goals and whatnot. I mean, look, it's only $60. It's not the end of the world. It's just the look of missing 2 in a row. That, like, I'm having one of those evenings where I'm like, fuck. Like, if we don't put a good dent in it right off the bat, I'm just going to be nervous and shitty and fat and gross.
He farts when he gets nervous, guys. Don't do that to me.
I'll get my the leg bounce thing going where I'm fucking nervous.
Every time that leg bounces.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Come on.
Jesus.
Just throw money at it. Throw money at it.
Be like, not going to make any money. Fuck this. Fuck that. Anyway, knock it out. Let's hammer it out. Tonight's a money-making night on the show. I don't really have anything dramatic for anybody. I'm sorry. If you came here for drama, you came to the wrong place.
Well, it sounds like there's some Elisa Clips shit drama.
That's about it, but that's, that is what it is. I will also say that I heard Patrick Melton, somebody, a fan of his told me that Patrick today said that he heard something about Gino and Keanu this weekend that made him want to wash his hands of them, and that we're all dog shit and garbage, which I'm fine with. That's okay.
I mean,
if Patrick Melton goes, all of them are dog shit and garbage, I'm like, you know what? As long as we're all equal.
Yes, and?
I'm fine with that. That's okay.
What could have come out so bad on them?
Well,
where he has to... Is it just because there's not enough content there, so he's like, well, I can't do anything like this that I'm doing with Steel Toe, so... And
not only that, but, I mean, they lied about me numerous times, and I provided receipts for them, and it seemed a little out of nowhere and dramatic and backstabby, and I think people are kind of seeing that, and they're going, look, this Aaron guy's a piece of shit. I don't like him, but these people are being gross about it, and it's kind of, I don't know. It's a little odd. Meredith Keith with 1999 starting us off tonight on YouTube says a little something because you deserve it with your integrity. I don't even care if that's a joke. I'm taking it. 235 away from tonight. We take 14 home from that. So, yeah, I want to knock out tonight, and I'd like to knock out earlier this morning and give the evening show audience a total of 1 hour of total overtime. We'll see. We'll see. Adam Simon with $5 says, all aboard, the gay train is rolling. Hey, guys, get aboard the gay train and throw in a couple of bucks like these two did. Look at the start we're off to tonight. 2:30 away. Hey, that means it's time for us to go to the dentist.
Ha!
Don't do that ever again.
Get it?
Don't you fucking laugh at me.
Tooth.
This is
your tooth is hurty.
This is a very serious thing.
It's nothing serious here.
Address Kiki when she went in Win by Two's podcast, addressing her doing blow every blue moon and saying everyone does it. Really?
Wow.
That's why she, okay. See, that I had a theory that she didn't really care about any of the bad stuff that her friend April had done.
Right.
She just wanted to keep me on the line so she could maybe be able to talk to April eventually.
Yep.
And if April did fucking a pound of blow right in front of her, her friend Keanu would not give a fuck and would just be like, "Ooh, I'm glad a girl from the internet is talking to me and wants to be my friend." Which is fine, but leave me the fuck out of it. You know? Leave me the fuck out of it. Because you know what? The cocaine, there's where Keanu and I differ. The cocaine use was a problem for me. I didn't like it. I don't think it was healthy. It was bad for everyone involved, especially bad for children. And so if you're fine with that, I mean, that kind of shows a little bit about your soul that I didn't know about. That's kind of gross. But anyway, like I said, I don't have any drama for you tonight. We've got a president. They nearly took his fucking head off. I got a Viking who was high on weed, falling asleep in the middle of the interstate and getting arrested.
Nice. Another Viking. Okay, yep.
We actually lead the league in arrests since 2000.
For DUIs?
No, just arrests.
Just arrests in general.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, just
not
like,
just you.
Oh no, just getting arrested.
We lead the league for deaths from vehicular incidents.
How many of those do we have?
Didn't we have the one guy that died?
We had one.
Yeah.
Maybe. We're at least
Oh,
tied
no,
for
he
the
wasn't
lead.
drunk, though, was he? It was the other driver.
No, the other driver. Well, I don't know if the other driver was drunk. I just know the other driver was a woman who ran him off the road. That was it.
That's the problem.
BJ with $10 says, what was white, then turned brown, and hates Aaron? 2 correct answers. Nick Schlong and Kiki's mom. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Adam Simon with $2 says, listen to Cocaine Decisions by Frank Zappa. All right. I'll give it a shot. I'll give Homek another shot. By the way, that puts us 225. They are live now or were, says Tony. Oh, okay. So that was, all right, that makes sense. But at any rate, 225 is the number tonight. Let's keep going and knocking that down. After I get all of the Stonies mailed out from last month, and I've got like 5 or 6 of them left, I'm going to start giving away the Stonies for this month because a lot of them could go to people coming to the anniversary reunion show.
Yeah, they could.
Gray Duckling with $15 says, this is for the gay train. Do you still have the Yummy Dicks drop? I do, but I don't have it in service at the moment, but we will get it back in.
You better service those Yummy Dicks.
I will service those Yummy Dicks right back onto the stream deck. That puts us 210 away from today. Keep her going, boys and girls. I love this start we're off to. Granite City says, co-host sucks.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here. You're not. Fuck you.
Whoa. Now we're talking some shit, boys. That's a little. I'd like everybody to just take 5.
My haters.
Everybody just take 5 and cool out a little bit.
I love them all.
All right? Everybody just fucking chill for a minute. Okay, so we got a lot of Trump stuff. Matt says he's buying into every Trump conspiracy.
Every
theory
fucking
there
one
is.
of them.
Everything someone comes out with, you're like, yep, that's true.
Yeah, why not?
I will say I'm still a little fucked up by like that shooter. I'm having a hard time coming up with anything that's not they totally set Trump up to get his head blown off.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck did he just get on the roof? Was there just a ladder laying? How did he get up there?
And not only that, there was a ladder on the building. But not only that, there's fucking video of people for one whole minute just on the video going, there's a fucking guy up there. There's a guy fucking around on that rooftop. Hey, you might want to look at that guy on the rooftop, and nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
Then there was a cop who came up the ladder onto the building. The guy turned around, pointed the gun at the cop, and the cop did the cartoon thing where your feet start, and then the smoke appears behind you, right back down the ladder.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Maybe protect the fucking president, you pussy.
I don't.
Why weren't you going up that ladder with your fucking gun drawn?
I don't know how people saw that guy. They were yelling and screaming about how he's right there. And then there was the fact that he even got up there in the first place.
Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't have any Secret Service on that roof to begin with.
Oh, they're over here, they were there, nothing there. Right in the middle of the whole fucking event, nothing.
It's hard for me to believe that it wasn't the setup.
Yeah.
And
the way the fucking media is doing their headlines, it was Trump's speech interrupted by popping noises. Trump rushed off stage after popping noises. Everybody who was there knew there was a shooter. The fucking reporters knew it. They didn't put that out as a headline. But January 6th, where some people wandered through a fucking Capitol building that they were led into by the police. It was an insurrection, and it was evil takeover.
It is interesting, how long it took them, because I was watching the coverage while we were at the hotel, and I was like, God, it has taken them a long time to just say this was gunshots.
Yeah.
And it did. It took them at
do
least an hour.
They would not just say it was an assassination attempt.
And they wouldn't say he was shot in the ear.
No.
They were like, oh, he's bleeding from a wound on his ear from something, and we're not quite sure what it was.
Yeah, they all fucking knew what it was.
And then people were trying to say that it was glass. Like glass hit his ear. It doesn't really matter whether it was the bullet hit glass and the glass hit his ear or if a fucking bullet whizzed by his ear.
That's still a fucking bullet was directed at him. And we don't know the motivation. Trump or Biden's thing. We don't know the motivation behind it. He was motivated to kill Trump. What else do you need to know?
Yeah, well, he was apparently he was one of those Democrats who registered Republican to vote against Trump in the primary in Pennsylvania. And so he is committed to not liking the guy.
Do you know what else he was?
Ugly all day. Sorry.
That. Apparently a terrible fucking shot. In high school. Now, there's a couple ways this little thing can go. Now, is this person who supposedly
That's
knew
what I
him in
told
high school?
April and Kayla. Said there's a couple different ways this little thing could go.
No. Now, was this person who supposedly knew him in high school, are they a real person? Did they actually know this guy? Did they know that he tried to sign up for their gun shooting club and was such a terrible fucking shot and couldn't handle a firearm, they told him never to come back and try again because you are dangerous? Is that just another little nugget that's trying to be put out there into the media?
Well, I don't think he was that bad of a shot. I mean, he shot at Trump's head. Trump turned his head, and he got the ear. That's a pretty good shot. I want to put you 100, 250 yards away from something, and I want to give you a rifle, and I want you to hit something that small in the ear. Like, aim for a head and then hit the ear. That's a good fucking shot.
I understand. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he was a bad shot. I'm saying, is this person who is telling the media this planted? Trying to put out this weird fucking narrative to just confuse shit. Why would
like
somebody
a
be
fog
saying
of war?
Why would anybody be saying this about him? Or did that actually happen and that inspired that motherfucker? Well, I'm going to show, because he was bullied too, supposedly, in high school.
Well, look at him. I believe that one. Yeah.
Or did that motherfucker...
in fairness,
I'll show you guys...
In fairness... that's what I'm going to have to do from Matt from now on when I want to kind of reshape the conversation as host. I'm just going to
have a point to make, though.
In fairness, if I had seen that kid when I was in high school, I would have bullied him too.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a very bullyable kid.
Okay, so was his getting back at being bullied, I'll show you motherfuckers, I'm going to become good at shooting, and someday I'm going to shoot the fucking president.
I don't buy that.
I don't not buy any of it.
I just think he was bullied because, I mean, fucking.
Then why was he there shooting at Trump?
He's a bullied kid, and he doesn't like how Trump bullies people.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Again, I'll buy that too. I'll buy all of it. I don't care.
Honky with a great point. He says, Aaron, what does your uncle think? He's the only viable news source. Well, he would tell you to go read realrawnews.com or .net, one of the two. And Real Raw News will tell you what's going on.
Gotcha.
Chucky B with $9.99 says, make some drama. I don't want to.
I don't like to. There's enough drama in the world,
I got to be honest with you, man. I've really had it with this shit. Like, it's been good for business. Don't get me wrong.
Really? Are you sure?
It's been great for business.
You don't want more shit to keep coming out?
There's no more shit.
You don't
Even
want to
the shit that came out wasn't true. It was like third-party account of some terrible drama queen bullshit. So, like, my thing is, I'm like, okay, I've talked about this and talked about this and talked about this. I'm now at a point where you're the guy at the party who keeps telling the same story, and you can tell people are getting fucking bored.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I'm going to move on from this now. So,
but then you always got that one annoying motherfucker who's like, well, but about this and this and that. No, we're moving on. Live your life.
I can't say anything else without watching people's eyes go, oh, got it. Fuck.
Nobody else here wants to hear the song you're requesting. Shut the fuck up. It's the same thing with being a DJ, with the one dumb bitch that comes up to you. Why don't you play my song? Because the last song of yours, I played the fucking dance floor cleared off.
Yeah, so it was fun. It is kind of nice to watch the last people who tried to shove a knife in your back, just totally watch their comeuppance.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of totally watch it go fucking nowhere. That's kind of nice, but I can't really relish in that and talk about it all the time and then also say high road. That's the problem.
Right.
And also, it gave us a chance to bring in more people for the anniversary show, and we're now turning it into a reunion show. Mm-hmm. We've legit got you, Johnny, Whiskey Pete, Oz, Tom Chilstrom, the Aristococks. I feel bad for the Aristococks because the Aristococks were, I guess they were, Hobo Chili was upset. Aaron said internet people. He's not having internet people at his shows anymore, and I feel like that's me and the Aristococks. No, you and the Aristococks are fans of the show. You are welcome. When I say I'm not having internet people at our shows anymore, I meant performers. I meant like people who have shows. I'm not befriending them and bringing them around. The Steel Toe is going to be an enclosed space.
Gotcha.
A safe space, if you will, for people who just want to do Steel Toe shit. So the Aristococks are more than welcome, and I want them there, and I do want them to perform. I would love to have Roots Calhoun perform some kind of a song. He's a good rapper. I think it would be great. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, what do Aaron and Matt think about Donald Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance? We'll get to that in a little bit tonight. We've got all the Trump updates, I promise. Becky G with $5 says, off topic, but I call side piece Blossom. Okay. Well, I was thinking about what we're going to rename Slam Piece. Yeah, you guys want to throw a couple bucks in and try to rename Slam Piece. We're going for that.
Blossom is out. That's tasteful.
She's new, and it's a blossoming love. Blossom is not disrespectful to me, and I like it.
No, that's not terrible.
Blossom is not awful. I'm willing to. I'll consider Blossom. By the way, you guys are 195 away from tonight. Keep it going. You're off to a great start. I'm feeling good. I want to knock out tonight, hammer out the 60 from this morning, keep the winning streak alive, and give an hour of overtime for the evening shows this week. That would be great. Oh, no. Honky, that's not very nice. I can't be high road and read that, for God's sake. Thank you, guys. Whether you're on Rumble or on YouTube, throw a thumbs up, throw a subscription. We appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble rants, and all that. Let's go to the texts here. Catch up with them. I think Slam Piece's new name should be Matt's Anus. I'm not renaming her Matt's Anus. I don't really see the benefit to doing that. But thank you guys all very much for your contributions. So let's get into this Jordan Addison thing. Viking star wide receiver, part of this loaded offense that we're supposed to have this year.
Yep.
He got arrested. I don't really know the details of the arrest yet. I know that I guess he fell asleep in the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And the allegations are that it was marijuana, not alcohol. That was the culprit.
Both could make you sleepy.
Yeah, but he was driving while high. This is his second traffic issue with the Vikings. He was clocked doing like 125 at like 3 a.m.
Okay, so he was doing coke that night.
Yeah, that night it was a little different. But he got caught doing 125, and he said, well, his dog was sick.
Uh-huh.
So he had to get home quick.
Yeah, okay.
Because his dog's
got glaucoma.
Yeah, his dog. Yeah, dog's very not doing well. Uh-huh. So he had to speed home. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if the team disciplined him or he talked to somebody and he didn't like what he heard. But Jordan Addison has now erased all Vikings-related posts off of social media after his DUI arrest. Now, this is something that wide receivers have been known to do. Stephon Diggs has done this before.
Okay.
Many other receivers in the past. They'll throw a little tantrum. They'll throw a little hissy fit. They'll delete all their team's shit off their social media. It's kind of their way. It's like when a girl burns up or a guy's clothes or keys his car.
Okay.
It's their way of saying, fuck you. And they're listening to a Carrie Underwood song or a Taylor Swift song, and they're getting all pissed off.
Miley. I'm hoping it was Miley as he's deleting his tweets.
Well, this doesn't mean he's gone. This doesn't mean he's leaving Minnesota. It just means that at the moment he's a little... Look,
He had a tantrum.
I'm sure, first of all, you're a little embarrassed that all this is going down. You're 22 years old. You probably got a talking to from the team. So you're everybody remembers when you're young and you get chewed out by someone older, you kind of resent them a little bit.
A little bit.
So you get a little bit of a cocky fucking attitude about the whole thing.
Oh, fuck this guy. Yeah.
But this latest incident now kind of shows you a pattern.
Okay.
And now if you're the Vikings, you got to decide, are we going to keep this guy? He's very good. He's a really talented kid. Are we going to keep him and hope that this just doesn't happen again and he grows out of it? Or are you going to deal him and move on with somebody else? Now, problem is, if you trade this guy, he's only had one good year. So you don't really have a lot of trade value. Whoever gets him is probably going to get him for a steal. So personally, I think you keep him. You hope that he's just, being young and retarded, and you hope that it all just kind of takes care of itself. According to the California Highway Patrol, an officer responded on Friday night to a report of a disabled vehicle blocking a lane on the westbound Interstate 105 exit to Sepulveda Boulevard that leads to Los Angeles International Airport. The officer found Addison asleep in the driver's seat of his white Rolls Royce, conducted a DUI investigation, and arrested him.
That's just a beater.
This is my spare. Addison was released 2 hours later. No further information was immediately available. Addison's agent did not immediately respond to messages from the AP seeking comment. Oh, I'm sorry. He was clocked at doing 140 in a 55 in St. Paul. Back in, it doesn't say when. Well, before 3 days before his first training camp. So about a year ago.
Okay.
He was doing 140 in a 55. Addison told the officer he was speeding home because his dog was having an emergency. You can decide if you buy that or not.
You got to keep him.
Yeah?
Yeah. Dude, you got to realize where you're pulling these kids from.
Where are you pulling these kids? He went to USC.
They're young kids who have grown up with no money who now suddenly have money, and you're going to hold them to standards of realizing they shouldn't be doing dumb shit.
Dude, I was talking to my neighbor today. I was like, if I was his age, had his talent, his money, in the off season, I'd be getting fucked up every night.
Yes.
I would be going out to bars and just girls and booze and
it's
the whole thing.
The cost of doing business, dealing with his bullshit.
Yeah.
Is he a good player? Does he perform for the team? Yes. Then the cost of doing bullshit is putting up with that.
I miss the days.
Doing business is putting up with that bullshit. Sorry.
I miss the days where your team or even the league would cover for you on shit.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look, I understand. We'll just fucking.
And now with the internet, everything's out there immediately. There's no covering shit up.
Yeah, I like covering shit up.
Imagine all the shit back in the day with NFL players that got covered up we never knew about.
Or how about guys like Babe Ruth and all kinds of sports heroes who were total pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And nobody ever knew because they were like, no, it's important to the kids that these guys be seen as heroes. So
yeah, exactly. And they're idolized as fucking heroes and they were complete garbage.
Right.
No, fuck it. Keep this guy on. Cost of doing business.
And then cover it up. Yeah, he's a falling down drunk in the offseason. We'll hire him a driver and, make sure it doesn't get too out of hand.
Yeah, you do a nice PR thing about, I don't know, have him do little statements about rehab and something.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever it is.
You'll pay the guy, tens of millions of dollars, but you won't pay $60,000 a year to have somebody drive his ass around part-time?
Right?
Jesus. Adam Simon, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate it. Honky with $5. Says, put a burqa on her and call her Islam Peace. Hashtag inshallah. And Scooby Jooby Jew with $10 says, would you have believed me 6 months ago if I told you that your two best internet friends would now be Kevin Brennan and Chad Zumach? Yeah, I heard Chad was not necessarily getting my back, but Chad was like, yeah, what Keanu did was fucking shitty. It's it's dishonest. You fucking could have been a phone call.
Dude, the day before they were telling the shit they were texting you back, and then that day they show up and do that. That's fucking trash.
And people see that. They don't like me. The people who are saying that it was a shitty move, they don't like me. But they're just calling out what they see, and they see a dog shit, horse shit move.
Yeah.
And
Both things
Chad
can
was
be
one
true.
of them.
People can not like you and think they were cunts for doing what they did.
Chad doesn't like me,
Nah.
but Chad thought that was a shitty deal. And as far as Kevin Brennan, I've never had a problem with Kevin Brennan. Kevin's always been really cool to me. So there's, again, no issue with Kevin Brennan as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, if you would have told me that this is why the internet's gay and I'll never be friends with anybody from the internet ever again. First of all, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know me from a hole in the wall, apparently. Like, if you know me personally and you think
Maybe they know you from the glory hole.
The glory hole in the wall. But if you've known me for more than a day and you hear some of the worst things, you're like, no, of course not. Are you out of your mind? But if you, if you're just an internet person who wants clout and audience, then yeah, you go whichever way the wind blows at the time. And good on Chad for seeing that. Oh God, I can't read this one. I would hate having to corral a bunch of rich for my job. Almost impossible. Somebody texts in.
Well, that's why it's not your job. It's somebody's job to do that.
Well, guys, I tell you what, between Scooby Jooby Jew and Honky and everyone else, we are down to 180 for today. 180 is the number. Thank you guys very much. Keep it going. We're early on in the show. We're under 200. I say keep this rally alive. What did somebody call it? It was the gay train.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody get on the gay train and let's do this thing. All the links, of course, in the chat, per usual. Victor becoming a member for his 26th month says Slam Piece's new nickname, Love Shack. She said she liked that song for some reason.
Fuck that song.
Why don't I get that? There's a fucking joke in there, and I don't get the joke.
The night where you were talking about the song Love Shack and how shitty it was, and she's like, I fucking love that song.
She did?
Wow, yeah. Like, your listeners, I remember apparently, or Dave, whatever it was.
This is maybe why relationships don't work with me.
It came up at one point on your show, the song Love Shack, and you talked about, like, you shit-talked it. Yeah. And she's like, fuck you, I'm done with you. I love that song.
Oh, I remember that. That was a Rumble Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking hate that song.
Yeah, so do I.
I hate the B-52s in general.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done anything worth remembering.
No. I've DJ'd some weddings before. Yes, I hate that song. I've been to a lot of... It's every fucking... Do we really need it all the time? No.
I really hate the flamboyant gay dude in that group. Shut up and suck a dick. I don't want to listen to that guy sing anymore with his loud gay voice. Oh. And then the other woman with her... Ugh. Who made the B-52s a thing?
Cheers.
I need to know. I need to know. At any rate, I'm getting myself worked up for no reason. We've got lots of things to do tonight. A lot of Trump stuff to get through.
I don't think B-52s is where we need to be going.
No, I don't think we need to shit talk the B-52s tonight. It's not necessary. Over 300 people checking out the mini show, the evening show. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe. We appreciate it. And boy, it's weird. You know how I said at the top of the show, I'm like, there's no drama for me to report?
Right.
That all of it's just kind of washed away. That feels weird. I don't know what to do. I feel like
enjoy it because
I know
it's going to come back.
It feels great. It really does.
It'll be making its return before you want it.
I suppose, but I'm just like ready to jump into news and do a talk show and have some fun.
As you should.
I'm sitting here going, shouldn't there be a thing about a thing with a deal? And no, not necessary. We definitely have, though, our first casualty.
Oh.
Of the, that's a terrible fucking word to use because we have the first asshole after the Trump assassination. I can't, assassination attempt. Yeah. I shouldn't say casualty because there were casualties.
Yes.
At that shooting. But Janice Binns, a nurse at New York Hospital, she's mad at the shooter of the Trump assassination attempt. Any ideas why?
Well, I was just basing it on the face mask before I read any words.
Yeah.
Because he missed.
She is not happy that the shooter missed.
Yeah, I was basing that on, I saw what you were saying, and then The face. Yeah.
The shooter has got to be the most universally hated cunt on the planet right now, she said on Twitter. What is that really? She's mad at the shooter because he missed. Oh, I see. She wrote at the bottom here, right? Like, bro, work on your skills. So she's the one who wrote that. She didn't write the original tweet. She wrote the comment under it.
Did she get fired? Fired?
The PR team at New York Presbyterian Hospital put this out today. New York Presbyterian's core values are centered around respect and caring for all of our patients, colleagues, and communities. Words, images, or actions that advocate, celebrate, or amplify violence are in violation of our policies and will not be tolerated. This individual has been placed off duty while this matter is being investigated. Now,
good. Fucker.
Normally, I would say, people might say something like, oh, well, isn't that cancel culture? That? I'm going to say no, just because this is a person who, has people's lives in their hands. And if you've got this bias where because it's Trump, you're like, oh, God, I wish the shooter would have killed him. Like, what are you doing when you treat a Trump patient?
Or just a patient who you have no fucking idea, but every family member comes there. Let's say a handful of family members show up. They have a Trump pin or they have a Trump hat or one shows up in a Trump shirt.
Yeah.
What's your bias going to be towards that person when something happens because their family member showed up in a fucking Trump piece of clothing?
Oh, and by the way, this is not the last time this is going to happen this week.
Oh, no.
There's going to be a shitload of people that,
Because they should. They're going to find out exactly what's on the other side of that fucking coin that they've been pushing for so long.
People are going to be looking at social media, and if they see anyone kind of I got a message from somebody yesterday that said, Aaron, maybe we should go after this guy. Look what he wrote about the Trump shooter guy, whatever. And I'm like, I don't really feel like it. I'm good. Don't worry. But people are looking at social media. They are finding people saying shit like that, and they're legit going after them. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'd mind my own fucking business.
Yeah.
But you put yourself out there like that.
When you put yourself out there like that, especially it was clear she's in her fucking mask, at work.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that shit.
Stop Big Troon says, and she'll be back in 2 days under the radar. I don't know. I think the hospital doesn't want to deal with that kind of shit right now.
Yeah,
and when they say they're gone, they're gone.
They probably have dying people they would rather take care of so they don't get lawsuits from that.
Isn't there a backlog of nurses anyway? Aren't there nurses just waiting for jobs?
I have no idea.
I thought there were a shitload of people with nursing degrees and nursing
I thought there was
license.
a shortage. Or is that because for a while they couldn't work because they had to be vaccinated?
That too. But either way, I think, I'm not going to report anyone regardless of what. Oh, I can't remember what that guy's name. I wanted to make fun of that guy, and I can't remember his name, Neon or whatever. Regardless of what Nova said, I don't report people for writing shit on social media and things like that. But I know that people will.
Yeah.
I know that people are going to, and when it comes to this Trump shooting, a lot of people are very passionate right now. And yeah, you write the wrong thing on social media, someone might come and try to fuck you up, fuck up your shit, your job, your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. 180 away from tonight's goal. We got off to a hot start tonight. Let's keep that start rolling. 180 away from tonight. Let's keep her going, get her all the way down, and then fucking even knock out that last 60 from this morning. Get yourself an hour's worth of overtime. I wouldn't mind. Hey, I have a question. Why did Forbes magazine delete this article? I'm going to show it to you. There you go.
Will surviving gunfire be Donald Trump's next appeal to black voters?
Why would you delete that? I've been hearing that a lot lately, the last 24 hours. I've been hearing people, I guess it's been over 48 hours now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Happened on Saturday. I've been hearing people try to have this hot take of oh, Trump's going to be so much more popular among black voters now because he got shot and survived. I'm like, do you really think that black voters are going to not give a shit about the economy or finding jobs or illegal immigration issues?
I love that's where the left has just jumped to. Oh, there's gunfire in his direction, so like clearly he's going to appeal to them more now.
He got shot and he survived. We're going to lose the blacks. It's like, no, not if you have the message that they want for like their lives.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be like, oh, Donald Trump doesn't speak to me on any issues, but he motherfucker got shot and he survived and pumped his fist. I love that motherfucker. No. Anyone who thinks that way isn't legally eligible to vote anyway because of the felonies on their record.
No, you're wrong, sir. They are. That's the problem.
Oh, so are their dead grandparents. That's another part of the issue, I suppose. But this Sean Harper guy wrote an article titled, "Will Surviving Gunfire Be Donald Trump's Next Appeal to Black Voters?" What's funny is they're saying it before Trump can.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there going...
Also, I'm not saying he's going to be more appealing because this happened, but I truly believe they'll be wearing shirts and shit with his picture on it doing that after he got shot.
It is one of those things where
they're going to embrace it.
Yeah, it is one of those things where it's like, well, we weren't thinking it, but
No.
now that you said it...
It will change no minds, but they will embrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be.
I think so. I think...
And then the racist fucking media is going to be like, well, this is because he got shot, so they've all flocked towards him. No, it was just a thing that happened that they embraced. It didn't change their mind.
I think a lot of people thought when they saw that picture, like I did, of him pumping the fist with the blood going down his face. I'm like, well, that's the election. That's it. How do you not vote for that?
That was our real life. This is our Independence Day speech.
Yeah. That was his Bill Pullman moment. He just goes, fight, fight, fight. And the Secret Service is like, would you put your fucking goddamn hand? You're making this really fucking hard for us. We're already going to catch an ass chewing for that guy even being there.
No.
Get your fucking hand down and get in the car.
I didn't realize there's so many women on the Secret Service, by the way. Did you see that clip? There's like 3 women. One's fumbling with her gun. The one's like I don't know, should put my glasses on or not.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was bad.
That's not good.
Dude, I think I don't think Trump is getting the top-notch Secret Service.
They're not sending their best. They're sending bitches to cover my back. Dr. Silverwolf with $5 says, just scrolling social media today, there's probably going to be a lot of reports to employers and such. Yeah, I mean, just
keep your fucking mouth. You want to keep your job, keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut.
I come on here. I'm playing a character, though. I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
We're characters.
He's the matador.
We're performing, Aaron. Yeah. We are performing. I don't put stuff on my social media because that would be the real me.
MSO says, Aaron, does your back hurt? Just asking. Now, MSO, you're either asking a titty question, which I resent, and that's mean, or you're saying that I'm carrying Matt, which I also resent. And
or were you stabbed in your back?
Oh, is that what he's... Oh, it could be a getting stabbed in the back thing because of the... Oh.
I didn't think you're carrying me. I think I'm fucking engaging tonight.
Wow, I'm the one who thought of the carrying
fucking
thing.
Asshole.
MSO.
Fuck
wow.
you. Maybe I should go the fuck home. You can carry the whole show yourself.
It was him. He was saying it. Well, now I really stepped in it. Jesus.
You kind of did.
Oh, my God. MSO says, no, Kiki stabbing you, Matt, is fine. Yeah, she's... Well, she's got to keep that, got to see if you can use that old steel toe name for clout. It is telling to hear her say, I don't really give a shit. I do cocaine every once in a while and this and that. It's like,
oh, that says a lot.
Well, see, you know what? It does. It's not a harmless drug. It does.
Is it in a house full of guns and children as well?
It does. Yeah, they really changed their tune on that drugs, guns, and children thing.
They sure fucking did.
Wow.
You don't hear them fucking spouting off about that no more, do you?
That's interesting. Because they never cared in the first place.
No, not
they
one bit.
They didn't have any fucking scruples about that to begin with.
No, it's fine because the kids are in the other room.
They just wanted April to call her and whatever. Like, they are kind of the classic enablers, like the example of enablers. Like, as long as they call and they hear her voice, they'll believe anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not really helping anybody now, is it? But, oh, well. Like I said, doesn't cost me anything to wish everybody well. Yeah. And I don't lose anything or gain anything if they do poorly. So, might as well just invite that good karma into your life and say,
fuck them all.
Best of luck to everybody. I am Walter becoming a member for his 26 months. Says, I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. 175 away from today's goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. This is the gay train, right? Is that what they're calling it?
Gay train, yes.
contribute to the gay train. Let's get back in the win column
All
after losing yesterday, or after losing this morning, because that was the first loss in a couple of weeks, and I want to not do it. It wasn't a very big loss, didn't really upset me. It was like the perfect loss to get a half hour off.
Yeah.
Just right there on the edge. But let's crush today. We're 175 away. Let's hammer that out tonight. Plus, if you knock out the 60 that they were short this morning, I'll give you guys an hour this week. MSNBC yanked Morning Joe from the air today.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. Now, did they yank them off the air like while they were on, or did they just not have them on?
They just not had them on.
The network said they were worried they might say something inappropriate about the Trump assassination.
Which says everything about your network that we need to fucking know.
That is pretty shitty that you can't put your broadcast professionals on the air.
Yeah.
Because you're worried they'll think they'll say something really shitty about Trump almost getting his head blown off.
Yeah.
They're like,
that is shitty.
We can't put you guys on the air. Why? We're broadcast professionals. We're really worried that you're going to be like, I wish they would have killed Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't put you on the air because we're worried you're going to do the thing we've wanted you to continue to keep doing, which is shit talk Donald Trump and talk about how things would be better if maybe he wasn't running. But now this happened, and we can't trust you to say the worst possible fucking thing now because we picked you, the best candidates for the job, to shit talk Trump.
Right. Well, you don't think all this talk about like Hitler and white supremacist and he wants to take away abortion and take away rights from black people, you don't think any of that stuff had any like contributing factor in any of this? It was so funny to me to watch Joe Biden go, our rhetoric in this country has become too divisive.
Oh, our rhetoric. Joe, what about you, motherfucker?
What about like Antifa? What about the people showing up at Supreme Court justices' house? What about, all the Hitler and Nazi talk and all of that stuff? No, that's not too much. That's not too bad. That didn't contribute to any of this. Just whatever the general idea of heightened rhetoric is. That's what he's talking about. He didn't get too specific on the rhetoric question, is what I'm saying. Becky G with $5 says, I am not saying I like you. Wow. I like that honesty. I like that honesty, actually. I'm not saying I like you, LOL, but Keanu threw me for a loop with her shit. I was grossed and appalled. It is, a lot of people have been saying that. Like, you look at like Zumock and Melton and all these other people who genuinely don't like me. And they're even saying like, this is a shitty move. I'm going to push myself away from
Becky, you are here watching. Like him or not.
Yeah, you don't have to like it. As a matter of fact, you're probably right. Yeah, I got, look at me. I got about a year, Don't worry about it. 170 away from knocking out today. Thank you, Becky, very much. Everyone else, click those links, throw in a few bucks. We'll hammer this thing out tonight. MSNBC will not air Morning Joe. It's that should be in quotes, celebrated politics roundtable program on Monday, opting instead to air continued breaking news coverage of the attempted assassination of former President
Do you know
Trump.
what? There's not anything in like 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Breaking news about the thing that just happened over the weekend.
Right, yeah.
Nothing new has been found out.
Right, we've kind of got it figured out by now. They just don't want you guys on because they're worried you're going to say something really fucking dumb.
Just air the boring shit that no one's going to tune in for and not put you on because you're going to say something stupid.
Every other network had their normal morning shows on. They just talked about this all day. And hopefully this isn't all we have to talk about tomorrow. Like, today is fine. I get it. It's the first, work day since it happened. I get everybody talking about it today. But, by tomorrow, let's, we got other things we can
barring, actual breaking news related to it.
Yeah. But, I mean, what's left?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you just kind of...
Other than, people getting fired for this happening, I don't really understand. And the head of the Secret Service said today, she said...
The head of the Secret Service is a female?
I'm pretty sure that's who I was seeing. Head of the Secret Service.
Now we know where the whole fucking problem is, Aaron.
Kimberly Cheadle.
Right from the fucking top.
You don't think they should be running the Secret Service?
No. I'm saying there's many things women can do.
Kimberly Cheadle said that she's not stepping down. She doesn't feel the need to apologize, anything like that. Why would she, though? Why should she apologize And why should she admit any fault? I think she did exactly what she was supposed to do.
I'll agree with that.
I think everything that, I mean, there was only one screw up from her perspective in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because think about it. They tried to send Trump to jail. The Supreme Court said, you can't fucking send Trump to jail.
Yep.
And then they said, well, we got to get Biden the fuck out of there. And Biden and his family are so entrenched in dirty money. They're like, no, we're not getting the fuck out of here. It's a gold mine. Suck my dick. We're not getting out of here. We're going to loot this thing dry until January. And then they were like, all right, we really can't let this Trump motherfucker become president again.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do?
Oh, we can ensure that he's now going to be the next president.
Well,
by
and you
failing at an assassination attempt.
And you can really only try that trick once.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, if it happens twice, people are going to be like, all right, it's fucking something's up. Come on. This is bullshit.
Dude, this one had enough bullshit where people are going, something's up.
Just the fact that he was there out in the open and people were like,
For so long.
you're like, he's on the roof.
Multiple people have video be like, look at this guy. I'm filming him with my phone. He's got a gun crawling on a roof.
The guy who was pointing him out was literally some like 6'2" oaf with a visor on and like orange hair sticking out of it. His visor said Trump 2020 and he just scribbled 2024 out of magic marker. And then he's like, he's up there. Go look for that guy. And the Secret Service and the police are like, what? And the Secret Service goes,
Yeah.
and that's about my impression of their communication. He's up there. You guys should go get him. Fuck.
I think the only reason they pulled him down after the shots were fired was because they had to make it look like they were doing their job, and they also didn't want to get hit.
Yeah, right.
So they need to pull him to the ground. They tried to keep him on the ground and get him away. That's the only fucking reason they did
Maybe.
it. They didn't want to die as well.
Yeah, you got to make it look good, right?
Yep.
A person familiar with the matter told CNN that the decision was made to avoid a scenario in which Mika or Joe or one of the show's stable of 24 guests might make an inappropriate comment on live television that could be used to assail the program and network as a whole. But wait a minute. Don't all of us think that you wish Trump would have been killed anyway?
Yeah.
So who gives a shit if you guys go on TV and say it? It's not like Trump's going to talk to you guys.
No.
So what?
It won't change anything.
Plus,
none of the sponsors of their network or show are going to do any. Oh, we're going to not. No, we already sponsored them, shit talking them to this point.
Yeah.
So what's it matter?
I don't really see a problem with letting them on the air. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. I want to see the crazy shit they come up with. I want to see Mika be like, I wish they would have blown his fucking head off. And Joe's like, don't cry, Mika. Next time we'll get him.
Do you really think in one day, though, that it's going to not be in their system anymore?
That's what
They're
I
going
was
to come back
thinking.
on tomorrow and not say dumb shit?
That was my thing. I'm like, why would you give them a break Monday if you don't think they can handle something like this? Just fire them. And if you're not going to fire them, then let them go on Monday. You know my attitude. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Given the breaking news nature of the story, the person said it made more sense to continue airing rolling breaking news coverage in the fraught political moment.
Nothing breaking anymore.
No, they just really didn't want Mika and Joe on there.
It was already broke,
They just didn't want Mika and Joe going on and saying something really fucked up.
One fucking bit.
So did they let Joy Reid on the air this weekend? Because I feel like she's the biggest liability.
She is a twat, isn't she?
Oh, man. I feel like she's someone who wouldn't even, like, hesitate to admit that she was like, yeah, I wish they would have killed that motherfucker. You know? Like, Joy Reid's the kind of person who would just go, they were like, oh, I bet you're glad, or I bet you're pissed they didn't hit him more flush in the head. And she's like, yeah, of course. Like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that settles that. Adam Simon, thank you very much for gifting a membership, sir. We are 170 away from tonight's goal. Keep it going. Keep doing what Adam does. Keep throwing in PayPal. Keep throwing in Streamlabs, Venmo, etc. We're going to knock out this 170 tonight, and then we're going to see if we can even knock out the 60 from this morning. You guys are a great audience. Thank you for supporting the show. If you feel like throwing a little money in, click one of the links and do so, and we'll do 30 minutes of overtime for you tonight. The Washington Post is switching gears from the Trump stuff a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. We do have two more Trump stories we need to get to, and then we'll get to the Washington Post complimenting the Taliban for tackling climate change. Yeah.
Okay,
What?
I'll just deal with it when we get there.
What?
Why are we doing anything?
Well, the Taliban are doing really good with climate change.
Don't they live in fucking caves?
No, they took over Afghanistan. Now it's theirs.
Okay. We'll get to it when we get there, all right?
It's nothing. Well, what? If they're doing a good job for the environment, being good stewards of the earth.
Oh, yeah, as they terrorize every other fucking human being on the planet, great.
To this Tony guy who keeps writing me, I don't need to know, buddy. Here. Thank you. I don't need to know.
Oh. What's Tony know?
Tony he's like tattling. He's doing little tattle jobs on like Keanu and other people. It's like, dude, when I say high road, I mean high road. Everybody in the world sees what this is from her.
Yeah.
Just let it be that.
Yep.
I mean, it's desperate, whatever. Don't, guys, just, sometimes people keep sending me shit, and I'll tell them, I'll go, guys, there's a few things I do think we're above.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, but did you hear they said, like, some people try to stir you up with drama shit. And then those are the same people that'll be like, why can't it be more old school? Why do we got to do so much drama? I'm like, well, don't send me that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, here, take a look at this. No, dude, we're good. We don't need to. Well, what about this clip? It's like, it's a clip with 50 people watching. Like, what do I give a fuck, dude? Come on. Take her easy, guys. Take a breath. Let's do a show. What do you say? Like I said, when people who hate you keep stepping in shit, don't stop them.
No.
Let them keep stepping in
Just
shit.
fucking stand back. Watch it happen. It's fucking great.
Was it Sun Tzu who said, when your enemy is making mistakes, don't stop them? Just let them keep doing it.
No idea who said that.
Again, 170 away from tonight. If you'd like to chip in, let's do that. Let's get this thing knocked out early. So I'm not on pins and needles. You guys have been off to a good start. Well, the wondering is over. The questioning is over. Donald Trump has picked his vice president.
Who is it?
Senator J.D. Vance from Ohio.
Who?
A lot of people like this guy, actually.
No idea who the fuck this is.
A lot of people. He's like so you know how, like, when Trump picked Pence, it was seen as like the safe establishment option?
Okay.
And Pence was going to be the guy who kind of kept Donald under control.
Uh-huh.
And, kind of kept him disciplined and, rooted in the
okay, now you're getting me excited. You need to tell me about J.D. Vance.
He was like the establishment guy who was going
Yeah.
to keep Trump under control. Well, Trump learned from last time that these establishment Republicans are just going to stab him in the back when it's, profitable
Weird.
for them.
Uh-huh.
I feel you, by the way, Donald. I had a few Mike Pences in my day. Few Mike Pences. But this J.D. Vance, Trump was like, fuck it. I'm just picking a MAGA guy.
Nice.
Like, it's just going to be
Okay.
MAGA guy, and that's how we're going to do it in 2024. So he picked this guy that a lot of his supporters really like, this J.D. Vance from Ohio. Let's go ahead and play this.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
J.D. Vance. J.D. This guy turned out to be an absolute star. He's a great senator and a real fighter. He's a former Marine and a Yale-educated lawyer. He's a great student.
God, he's a Republican cum shot.
No shit.
He's a conservative with a beard.
So
He's white. He was a Marine. If I tell you he saved a dog, you're going to jizz in your pants.
and he's total hardcore MAGA.
Yeah, he's a right-wing dude.
So what you're saying is, if something happened to Trump, like, I don't know, who would ever imagine like an attempt on his life?
You're talking crazy talk.
Yeah,
right now.
total fucking crazy talk. The next guy in line would be basically Donald Trump, but younger.
Kind of a younger, yeah, kind of believes the same shit.
And wait a minute. So if he gets in by that route, could he then actually run for 2 full more terms?
Yes. He can be elected
right.
twice. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
JD knows
I'm on board.
how important it is to have leaders who put America first. He'll bring the toughness and intellectual firepower we need to champion our movement. He will fight for strong borders, fair trade, jobs, and he will be tough as you can be on crime. A truly MAGA all-star. Make America great again. He's an all-star.
There you go. So it's officially Trump,
right.
Trump Vance 2024. This is a better pick than Pence. I can't see J.D. Vance when Trump's on his way out the door going, yeah, he's a fucking traitor. Get him. Because that was Pence January 6th.
Well,
he was like, I didn't have anything to do with this. Fuck that guy.
I'm like, it's at least a guy who's not 78 years old also.
Yeah.
There's that part of it too. Like, and it's a guy. Like, sorry. Again, some things I just leave it at that.
Bone CK with $5 says, does your group know you mentioned the program on a show you ask money for? Whether or not I mention I go to that program or not doesn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
What I do for a living.
They've already said, like, you can say where you go.
You guys are really bad at this. No offense, Bone CK. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. But you do know that you're allowed to have a job and still go to these things. You know what? I have a feeling whatever I'm telling him right now,
yeah,
he ain't getting it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting it. But thank you for the $5. I don't want to shit on you too much. I do appreciate you contributing to our show. All right, guys, that now puts us at 165. We're getting closer and closer. Keep it going. I think we can knock this thing out. Let's get some of the big guns up on the gay train. As I think it was Red Fox Mad dubbed it the gay train tonight.
I can't remember.
Somebody said it's the gay train.
I'm realizing tonight that Grinchfield's misogyny is rubbing off on me.
Misogyny.
Yes, she's more of
Hates
she's more of a misogynist than I am.
Got to be careful of those women who hate women, though.
Oh, it's rubbing off on me.
Got to be careful. I'll tell you this.
Yeah?
Sometimes those women who don't get along with other women.
No, she gets along with other women.
Oh.
She thinks women shouldn't do certain things.
Oh, like vote. And shit.
Or drive.
Yeah.
Or be in charge of anything but the household and kitchen.
Let's make a trade. They give up all of their rights.
Uh-huh.
And we'll wear, like, suits and hats out again.
Yeah.
You know? Like Don said,
Yeah.
let's turn it back to, like, the 50s and 60s.
Fuck yeah.
Complete with all the other rules. No, No, that would be wrong.
Those were the days.
That would be wrong.
Uh-huh.
When you had some Trump and Vance, all the white supremacists weren't plants. And you didn't want a voter who was really good at dance.
That's a stretch.
You would hope with all your might that the voting bloc was mostly white. Your Republican candidate was out of sight. Those were the days.
Oh, boy.
Trucker 18-wheeler with $2 says, saw if they run Harris Walls might be a running mate. oh, wow, that would be great. So our governor, Tim Walz, who closed down everything but the largest candy store in Minnesota during COVID, he would be the vice president.
Uh-huh.
I would love to watch J.D. Vance debate him. Meredith Keith with $50. Holy
Damn.
shit. Thank you, Meredith. I mean it. No joke. You deserve every penny for your integrity and taking the high road. But I don't want to join the gay train. I'm not retarded, but I don't want to join the gay train. I'm not retarded. You know who says
you're on the gay train?
You know who says they're not retarded 3 times in a row?
Someone who wants to join the gay train?
Well, retarded people.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Meredith. Meredith, thank you so much for your generosity this evening. You've been great. We take home 35 of that. So that takes us down to 130. Guys, 130 away.
Hell yeah.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. Let's knock out the rest of this thing and call it a W. Look at that. Anonymous Fake Dono says vote Trump and throws $20 our way. Uh-oh. Is tonight looking like another win for the toe? I don't know. Hop aboard the gay train or the I'm not retarded train.
Choo-choo.
Meredith bought it. She gets to decide what it is. 110 away from this evening. Thank you guys very, very much. So, yeah, looks like it's going to be Trump and Vance. I can't see Trump fans upset with this at all. I thought Trump DeSantis would have really been a power ticket, though.
Yeah. I don't know who this Vance guy is, but I don't pay attention to any of it, so I'm kind of irrelevant there.
Yeah.
The fact I don't know who he is, all right.
Even
Not
if
a bad thing.
In fairness, even if you knew who he was, you'd still be remarkably irrelevant. I mean, you're on this show.
Yeah, obviously.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to say I think I'm relevant in any way, shape, or form at all to anyone. Don't get me wrong there.
Right.
I'm just also admitting in this case I'm irrelevant.
You actually don't want to be here.
Yes, that's right. I don't want to be here at all.
That's one of the great statements that she made as well. She said, "Oh, Matt looks like he doesn't even want to be there."
Uh-huh. Bitch, you don't know the first thing about my life. Shut up. Quit spouting off.
Trying to high road it, but you're saying things like bitch. Actually, you have to get to know Matt. Bitch is a colloquialism.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, he calls his mom bitch.
I call my girlfriend bitch.
Calls his ex-wife bitch.
Mm.
I have to say it
comment.
about...
I said bitch was the term of endearment. Sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. He calls her the nicest lady alive, if that's the case. We also have a little more Trump news. One more Trump story tonight. One more Trump story. You heard about this morning towards the end of the show.
He got shot.
Hey. We did get to that.
Okay.
We did get to that.
Good. I'll have to go back and listen.
A judge dismissed the classified documents case against Donald Trump, saying that the Biden DOJ acted unconstitutionally.
Weird. No way.
Judge Eileen Cannon has dismissed the Trump classified documents case, saying that Jack Smith's appointment by Biden's DOJ was unconstitutional. So they're not even like getting to the actual like meat and potatoes of whether or not he did something wrong, didn't do something wrong. They're just going like, hey, the way you guys went about this is fucked up.
I'm going to be really hypocritical right now.
What?
Judge who?
Cannon.
Eileen. We found a woman who can do good work.
I was actually thinking more like the shooting, and her name's Cannon.
No, not come on, Eileen.
Old Judge Cannon really blew this case out of the water. She did a great job. I thought that maybe this had something to do with that Supreme Court case not too long ago. It didn't. They just said the way that they went about appointing this guy was all fucked up and stupid. So you come to this show so you can have things explained to you like you're a 4-year-old. All right, guys. So
your shit's all fucked up and you're retarded.
Yeah. Your shit's all fucked up and you talk like and your shit's all retarded. That's what we're trying to say. No, like you can go to all these law tube people and they can break down all this shit, or you can watch Steel Toe for a couple minutes. Like you'll go watch I don't know. You'll go watch Sean, who I think is great. You know, I can't remember his channel name, but I love Sean. Potentially Criminal, I think. You can go watch Sean's channel, and he'll break it down 6 ways to Sunday what this ruling means, and then you and your friends will nod and pretend you understand because he's really smart. Or you can come watch our show, and I'll explain it to you. Aaron, what happened with this Trump thing? Oh, the judge just said this whole thing is fucking retarded. Like, you guys fucked this up from the beginning, so I'm throwing the whole thing out. Now, Sean would look at me and he goes, Aaron, that's not exactly what I'd go, yeah, but is that not the base? Like
the whole, the gist of it.
If you said that to someone, would you kind of have it down? And he'd be like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, okay. That's all we need.
Basically, the judge said the way you guys did this was fucked up and it doesn't count.
That's all the dumbs need.
You don't need affidavits.
No.
You don't need warrants.
No.
For any of the shit I'm doing. Like I'm the best law tuber there is.
You don't need to recite and like have the actual number of the fucking law on the thing on the webpage.
Fuck that. That's smart people shit.
Don't
Sean,
need that.
watch Sean. He's the best in the business.
It was fucked up and retarded.
If you think you're smart, you can handle all this legal shit, go watch Sean. He's the best in the business. If you need someone to tell you, just cut the brass tacks and tell you exactly what he knows, you come to me. I'm the best in that business. I'm the smartest dumb guy you're going to find.
Seems fair enough.
Hey, Aaron, what happened with the Trump thing? They bottle fucked it. The whole thing, they just shoved it right up their ass. They fucked the whole thing up, and now Trump is free and clear on that one. There. You don't need to know anything else. Anders with $10 over on Rumble says, dues for the boss man. Wow, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the dues. I appreciate it. Adam with $2 says, hop aboard, make that lowercase O a big O. Oh, he wants an orgasm on the gay train. This is getting really homoerotic. BJ with $10 says, the woman who's named after the 4th month also took the high road, then the ketamine kick. See, now that's 383 Novocaine with $5 says the shooter was wearing a famous YouTuber's gun channel, Demolition Ranch. Now we call it the Demolition Ranch. They're parking cars in the never mind. Becky G with $2. Thank you, Becky. She says, if you're okay with gay, equals $1. All right. Well, everybody's on the gay train. $85 away from tonight's goal. $145 from getting yourselves an hour's worth of overtime this week. Really appreciate that if you guys make up for what the morning show for. Adam Simon gifting a membership. Thank you very much, buddy. All right, it's an even 80. Go to town. You guys have been incredible tonight. I really appreciate all of your generosity. This has been an all-hands-on-deck approach. So I can try to read this to you.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll translate.
Okay.
You mind?
Are my eyes going to glaze over first?
Former President Trump's motion to dismiss indictment based on the unlawful appointment and funding of special counsel Jack Smith is granted in accordance with this order. ECF number 326. The superseding indictment is dismissed because special counsel Smith's appointment violates the appointments clause of the United States Constitution.
Okay.
Do you know what they just said, or would you like me to explain it?
They appointed some guy who
Wrong. No.
that should not have been appointed.
So basically what the judge is saying here, Trump said, hey, judge, I think this is fucked up. They did this wrong.
Yeah.
And the Biden people were like, no, like this is totally legit. We got our guy. This is our special counsel. And the Trump people were telling the judge, like, look, the Constitution says you got to put this guy in there a certain way. And they did an end around. They shortcutted that shit and they fucked it up.
Okay.
And the judge goes, I agree with Trump. They fucked this up. They put him in there the wrong way. So anything he's done to this point doesn't count. Dropping the charges.
Okay.
That's what
Why?
happens.
Is there a why to it?
I just told you the why.
Well, what did they do?
In order for the Department of Justice to see, this is why you need me. This is why people need
No,
my
I'm wondering.
explanation.
I got what you told me, but I'm missing the part
No, you
of
didn't.
the things they did that were wrong.
There's a
Why
certain
couldn't
way,
they appoint him?
You're a certain way that the DOJ appoints a special counsel, and they didn't do that. They
so
took
I'm
shortcuts.
asking for those annoying, boring details that are going to bore everybody else.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're going
Who
to
gives
skip
a fuck?
those.
They
Okay.
fucked up.
I get it. My bad.
You know what? Here's what it is. Remember the scene in Scarface
No.
where Ernie calls Frank Lopez while Tony and Manolo are in the office, and he goes,
Okay.
"We fucked up. He got away."
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened here.
Gotcha.
We fucked up. He got away. Bingo, bango, bongo.
That like happened twice in two or 3 days here. On 2 days.
we fucked up.
He got away.
He got away. Whoopsie daisy.
And the judge. Yeah, we fucked up. He got away. All right.
Oh man, this deep state does not seem too competent, if you ask me. They really suck shit at their jobs. By the way, yes, that last rally we did just put us $80 away from doing a half hour of overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. Okay, that's all the Trump news I have for today.
Okay.
That's it.
Until there's more.
Sewn up. Yeah, I don't know what the next breaking news could be. Yeah, that's the other thing.
I don't know.
We've got 4 fucking months left in this thing.
Yeah.
And this week is the start of the Republican convention, which is going to run through the weekend. So we've got a guy who almost got his head blown off.
Yep.
We've got another guy
Who did get his head blown off?
who's shitting his pants.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
And I mean, who would have thought that the guy who would, walk through this thing like most unscathed would be a Kennedy? The guy who's walking through this campaign with the least amount. Like, I'm sure there was part of the Kennedy family when they heard that a presidential candidate had been shot at. They went, motherfucker, not again. And they were like, oh, it was Trump. And he went, I told you guys I was going to be fine. Like, you're a Kennedy right now. You're just like, oh, God, so this is what it's like from the other side of this, huh? It's what it's like to witness one of these instead of, be there. Because I think he was alive when his dad got shot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So whether he was old enough to remember or not, I'm not really sure. But
Gotcha.
The fact that if you were going to tell me at the beginning of this campaign, hey, one guy's going to almost drop out of the race, another guy's going to get shot at, and the guy walking through the whole thing with a nice clean suit and no dirt on him is going to be called Kennedy. Kennedy! You wouldn't have believed me, but here we are. The Washington Post is out here reporting on the Taliban tackling climate change. You know what else they're tackling? Any woman who tries to go to school or work. So I guess if you want, you know what else they're tackling?
Any member of the LGBT plus community.
You know where they tackle them?
In the street with rocks?
Right off a fucking building.
Okay.
They just...
I mean, both answers are right.
Yeah. So, if I'm the Western news, you know what I share with the world? You know what story I tell is how they're cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions.
Okay.
And by the way...
yeah, I know how they're doing it.
Why? How?
They're lowering the population, so they're lowering the carbon footprint because they're getting rid of the people we were just talking about.
I always thought the way they did it was by making the country poorer and nobody goes anywhere. But it could be the fact that, women don't have to drive to work. Women don't have to drive to school. Wouldn't that be great if we found out?
And every member of the LG whatever community is thrown off a rooftop.
Wouldn't it be great if we found out, the Washington Post is, sucking their dicks and, it's great that they're fighting climate change. But, we find out the reason why it's women aren't allowed to drive. So now half the population can't drive. So, now greenhouse gases have been cut. And here's the American press just fawning over it. Oh, man, isn't it awesome? We should cut greenhouse gases. And all of a sudden, Republicans are for it. They're just this sounds great. $199 from Rick. He says, for $100, show us how you headbutt April on Matt. If I would have headbutted April, I would show you. But I'm sorry, sir. That was a third-party accusation from something 2 years ago and is complete horseshit. I know you want it to be true really, really bad, but I'm sorry. I can't help you. The hate for me runs deep. I get it. We are $80 away from today. Thank you, Rick, for the $2. I appreciate it, sir. $80 away from tonight's goal. We got 40 minutes to hit it, but I say, why wait? We dropped $80 the last 5-10 minutes. Let's take it the rest of the way and even tackle this morning. Because if we tackle this morning, I'm counting both of them, the streak staying alive. Isolated Taliban tackles climate crisis on its own. This is what the article says. Before the Taliban takeover, international donors estimated that Afghanistan would need more than $20 million between 2020 and 2030 to respond to climate change. The United Nations is still able to fund some projects in the country, but Wuganara said the Taliban-run government is correct when it says that global money for climate has dried up. So they're basically saying, look, the Taliban, if they would have stayed on the United States pace of greenhouse gas emissions, would need $20 to $30 billion for climate change. Well, yeah, duh. When we have to bomb the shit out of the Taliban to keep them from taking over the country, greenhouse gas emissions are going to be a little bit higher. When we just leave and let the Taliban take the fucker over and now nobody can go anywhere.
Nobody can go anywhere. Nobody does anything. There's no progression. There's no technology being developed. Nothing's happening.
No.
It's a fucking desert again. Just an empty fucking desert of starving people.
While Taliban beliefs are rooted in centuries-old Pashtun culture and an extreme interpretation of Islam, the government affirms that climate change is real. Well, it's so weird that what the American press fawns over. They're like, hey, look, they may engage in a very fundamentalist form of Islam that comes out of Pashtun culture and oppresses pretty much everyone without a dick.
Right.
But these guys say that climate change is real, so...
You want to talk about all the other stuff their primitive shitbox religion supports?
No, they don't. They don't want to talk about that. They'd like to talk about the fact
just climate change.
That they're good stewards of the earth and they're trying to drop the temperatures a couple of degrees so we don't lose any dolphins, you fucking prick.
Female circumcisions between a rock and a fucking spade shovel.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't...
But climate change, they're for tackling climate change.
Show me where cutting a woman's clit off releases CO2 into the atmosphere and I'll give you a fucking ice cream cone. Exactly. To ice your fucking sore pussy with. After the Taliban chops off your clit because they don't want you fiddling yourself and finding out that cock feels good. What a bunch of backward monsters.
Why don't they want that? Wouldn't they get fucked more then?
Doesn't matter when you're fucking goats in each other.
But you wouldn't have to fuck a goat.
Who said anything about have to?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I guess
that part of the world they have camel beauty pageants.
Sorry. I'm just thinking, how a normal human would think.
It's a lot easier to fuck all your buddies down at the bathhouse when the women aren't asking for it because their clit's all sewn up.
But why would you want to do? Why wouldn't you want the women?
Because you're
I
gay.
don't get it.
But
But they throw the gays off the roofs. And none of that makes sense.
They're not allowed to admit they're gay.
Oh.
You see. This is very serious
This
stuff.
all is just a bunch of fucking horse shit.
It's confusing. It's almost like they're making the shit up as they go along and religion's retarded.
I mean, who said it?
You know who it's not retarded to?
Huh?
The fucking army of clitless ladies that are walking around Afghanistan going, we had it so much better under the Americans. Adam Simon gifting a membership. Thank you very much, buddy. We're $80 away from knocking out tonight. Thank you guys very much for that. Just $80. And we call it another win for the toe. And we get you 30 minutes of overtime. Well, you know what I say? I say congratulations to the Taliban. It's hard work being an environmentalist. God bless them.
I guess your take on it is quite different than mine.
Really? I mean, what's wrong with giving a hoot? You know?
I guess so.
Just going out there and doing what you can
so.
for Mother Earth.
Yep.
Even if that something is throwing acid in a girl's face if she dares to try and learn the alphabet, you know? That acid that goes into her face, it doesn't go up into the atmosphere, you see.
Oh, that doesn't burn off on her face and be released into the atmosphere.
Now you're getting it.
Uh-huh.
Now you're getting it.
Okay.
This is great. I love
boy.
this chick. Sherry DeNovo. She's a pastor
Okay.
who supports polygamy.
Oh.
I got some people she should meet.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, my days are done. I mean, I retired.
Are you
from
sure,
the
though,
game.
with the right guidance from a pastor? Like, maybe
You know,
it would work out, Aaron.
My days in polygamy, I think, are done. I had a hell of a run. I had some crazy experiences. I learned that trying to deal with people who are loaded on coke is a losing premonition or losing preposition, I should say, proposition. And that, not even once is what I learned. Not even once. I should have, who I should have listened to?
Who's that?
I should have listened to the late Dr. Ruth.
Yeah?
The late Dr. Ruth was saying, don't ever go outside your marriage. It's terrible. I'm like, well, where were you on that one, dipshit? I should have listened to the late, great Dr. Ruth. Well, this Canadian pastor, now you would think, I've told that story about how it was the Recatus pastor.
Yes.
Who first rang the bell that something was fucked up. And that they named all of us. That, had this really, they had an unnatural relationship with the Imholtz.
Yes.
Is what they said in the search warrant. And that pastor had read certain Bible verses that I thought he was basically staring right at us while he was reading them, because it was about drunkenness, orgies, sexual promiscuity. And I'm like, all right, I fucking get it. And when I would bring it up to everyone involved in our group, I would get, you don't understand, man. Oh, they just don't understand. It's our love. God would approve of our love. And I'm like, I'm not a God guy, so you don't have to bullshit me and sell me on the God thing. I'll still fuck your wife. But can we just, all I wanted was an admission.
That what you're doing is fucked up?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, this is unholy, guys. I would always use that term. I go, unholy. This is unholy. We're doing it. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
We keep pumping away.
We're doing it. It's fun. Let's also admit it's kind of fucked up.
Let's admit that us being in a church is an affront to Christ. Let's admit.
Yeah, that one is something, man. The fact
That's
that all of you went to
disrespectful.
church together.
That is fucking disrespectful.
You brought the fucking kids.
Oh, we sure did.
And then you went back home and did coke and fucked each other. Allegedly.
See, when you put it that way, it sounds fucked up.
Because it is fucked up.
Okay. All right. See, I didn't think about it that way. But I did. So I did think about it that way. And they would both and sweet Kayla, she would be like, well, maybe God would understand because, we love each other and we're trying to do something, that enhances love. And I'm like, oh, sweetheart, I want it. you're so sweet, and I do want to believe
She was
you,
just
but
happy to feel emotion again.
I don't know. I'm like, no. And she did, like, just before they got arrested, like the Monday before they got arrested, she did send me a text saying, everyone here is low. This has destroyed everyone. It's been a fucking disaster. She said, you were right. This has destroyed us all. And she said, I guess society is right sometimes, was the text she sent me. And apparently, you know, as good as I felt hearing that, apparently I should have been listening to this pastor.
Yeah, you should.
Because
What's this bitch have to say?
The radical reverend, the Trinity St. Paul's Center for Faith, Justice, and the Arts minister, Sherry DeNovo, says, thou shalt not commit adultery is not really what you think it means. Oh, my God, she should marry Nick. They sound the same. That was him. He's like, well, it's not really what you think. You see, what it is.
Can we get an updated picture of her?
No, that's the best you're going to get.
Just want to see if there's been a decline since that one's been taken.
Thou shalt not commit adultery is not really what you think it means. Apparently, the notion that this commandment means not to cheat on your spouse is a made-up concept created by the Christian right.
Really?
I can't wait to hear this. I'm really excited to hear the rationale that thou shalt not commit adultery means something other than don't stick your dick in someone who's not your spouse.
Buckle in for this one. Let's go on this ride.
DeNovo said it's not about monogamy. Polygamy used to be the norm. Right, but then like Christianity came in and said, stop with all your pagan polygamy, you fucking monsters. In one of her Instagram videos, she slams conservatives for pushing the idea that monogamy is the only respectable form of marriage. Look, sweetheart, I can say from experience, whether you can or not, I can say from experience, it's destructive. The polygamy thing, the polygamy thing is destructive. I'll let you know when I figure it out. So far, both of them, I've went, I'll take that. But, yeah, I can't tell you that polygamy is a good way to go. First of all, you're a sociopath if you don't start sticking it in someone regularly and you don't develop some kind of feelings.
Right.
And you're also lying to yourself if you're saying that being with other people doesn't create some forms of resentment from some people towards others.
Yeah.
It fucking happens. And none of the 4, 5, 6, whatever people are going to want to do this thing the way everyone else wants to do it. There's going to be everyone's different spin on it. It's fucking terrible. Just get a divorce if you don't like the person you're with. Be done with them, move on, and go find something else. Here's what polygamy is. You don't want to be with the person you're with, but you're too much of a fucking chicken shit to move on with your life.
There we go.
You don't want to be alone. You want to still fuck, but you don't want to be with that person. Fucking move on, grow a set of balls, have some fucking courage, and fucking go.
Yeah. It seems like from the outside looking in, it seems like polygamy is more work than just being married to a person and figuring out how to be happy and fix it. But you can't be happy, so you want to fuck someone else. But polygamy is actually still more work than just, fuck it, I'm done over here.
Dude,
let's end it and move the fuck on.
Don't
go this road, because this is actually more work, even though it doesn't look like this is more work. Just fucking end it here and go fuck someone.
Here's what kind of work polygamy is. Ready? There was a night we were coming home from the bar, and Kayla and I thought that we were going upstairs.
Yep.
And the other two were going to go downstairs. And that's the night.
Yeah.
Well, Nick was texting Kayla in the back seat and saying, what do you want to do? And Kayla was embarrassed. She didn't want to say, I want to go upstairs. Like, Aaron and I were going to go upstairs. And like Nick was like pressuring her to say it. Like he wanted her to say it. He knew what she wanted to do. He knew what the plan was.
Again,
he wanted her to say it.
Work comes
now,
in.
Wait a minute. So then we get back to our house. They're out in the driveway screaming at each other over this. April and I
Your neighbors are loving it.
Great look. Great look. The look is great. I looked out there. I said, this is a great look. So finally we get them back in the house.
Yep.
He's screaming at her again. And then she tells him that she faked it every time, which I'm sure isn't true, but she's just trying to piss him off. And then he starts hitting himself in the head. And then he's cornering her in the bathroom. And I got to do a fucking show in the morning. And nobody got pussy. I didn't get laid. He didn't get laid, obviously. Nobody fucked. Because everybody was fighting about how we should do polygamy.
Again, more work.
Oh, my God, right?
If everyone just fucking end what they have going on, it would be a lot easier.
Exactly. This would be what a wonderful
But
world.
somehow, no, this just makes sense. We can rationalize it this way, and it's just so easy.
So this bitch,
It's not.
this de novo, she says monogamy is not the only respectable form of marriage. She says, which, by the way, if that's your position, fine. Then don't be a Christian pastor.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, one of the things that's kind of baked into the pie, if you will, is you don't fuck other people when you're married. Technically, you're not supposed to fuck anyone till you're married. But definitely once you're married, you don't fuck around.
Let's fuck one person ever, which, I mean, how lame is that? Can we find something between polygamy and don't fuck anybody but one other person only ever?
It is funny when you're not fucking anyone, you're like, I'd love to fuck one person forever. And then when you're fucking one person forever, you like see yourself as a 10 and you're like, I could get pussy. Fucking monster. No, you couldn't. It is like odd. The longer you're married, the more of a ladies' man you think you are. Like you get married for a while and you're like, I could get her. You're like, she would blow a rape whistle in your face, dude. There's no fucking way that chick is going to talk to you. And like one chick laughs at your jokes and you're like, I'm going to leave my wife forever. Like this chick wants to suck my dick. It's weird.
You're still in therapy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. She's on vacation this week, though.
Oh, okay. That's where this is coming from. Missed the session. Not keeping you under control.
Group is great, though. Like, group helps a lot.
Yeah.
But you need the tag team, you know? I'm not monogamous when it
just
comes
like
to
polygamy. Need the tag team.
Need the tag team. Oh. God. But, yeah, like that was me when I was married to my first wife. I would go to all these comedy shows.
Uh-huh.
And there would be pretty girls at these comedy shows. And they would think I'm really funny. I love your show, and you're so funny. And you're like, oh, really? No, I'm married. I'll just get really fucked up and puke at home. Like, it'll be fine. And then eventually that happens and happens and happens. And then you're like, okay. Like, I know I'm married and everything. And it's bad to think this way. But, God, I really want to have sex with this one. Like, really bad. That's really the way I should go.
Mm-hmm.
Is I should have sex with this person.
Well, I knew you had your goals in line when one night after a comedy show, this is way early on when I met you, you're talking about how when you get divorced from your first wife.
To answer your question, yes, I'm still in therapy. And it is working. I am getting better. It's just,
We've all made our mistakes.
Look, I'm getting better. It's just that, there are some things that, still need work. I don't know. I can still look back on those things and, think they're silly, funny, whatever. All right. We're $80 away from tonight's goal. We got 25 minutes left to hit it. Guys, get in there, knock this thing out, do this thing, hammer it out. Let's call it a win tonight. You guys have been so good this evening. They were great this morning, too, until the very end, and it all just shut down. Let's finish it up. Let's do what the morning show audience couldn't do, and let's finish off that last 80 and call it a W. So here's what this pastor thinks about polygamy.
Okay.
When we hear thou shalt not commit adultery, which is one of the 10 commandments, that's like one of the, you don't follow this, you go first, season or on a one-way ride, when we hear about thou shalt not commit adultery in the 10 commandments, we're really not talking about monogamy. Oh boy. We're talking about a society in which women were really seen as property. I don't think that's what Jesus upheld. Do you?
I don't.
Yes, I think Jesus upheld the idea of you fuck one woman. They settled this when they burned down Sodom and Gomorrah because they were doing all kinds of fucking sexual degeneracy. This has been settled science.
So you had like 3 people coming at you saying shit like this, and you were going like, well, I'm the fucking crazy person because I'm the one that thinks different.
Fucking thank you. What Keanu can't understand, what none of them can understand,
Because I'm seeing
is you're getting crazy batshit things thrown at you from three people on different drugs, and then you're disagreeing, and they're going, you're a liar, you're this, you're that. I'm like, I'm the fucking normal one, which is rare, but I'm the fucking normal guy.
Which also, you've never been the normal guy before, so it's really hard for you to even be confident in being the normal guy.
I got three
in that
people.
moment.
I got three people. One of them, his eyes are this fucking wide because he's geeked out of his mind. The other one hasn't been able to breathe through her nose since Christmas because she's got fucking clogged sinuses all the time. And the other one, sweet as she is
it was that
timid.
dry desert air.
The other one is timid and as meek as she is, whatever.
Yes.
Isn't really standing up for anything.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting here going, guys,
Yeah.
I know you guys have this lofty idea that this is loving and great, but you're fighting all the time. Look, I want to sing some karaoke, have a couple of beers, and fuck. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to get out of this whole thing. I want to fuck my wife when we go home. I want to fuck your wife when we're over here. I want to, I just want to fucking party. That's what I want. I want to sing some songs and get some pussy. You could take every drug out of this house. I wouldn't give a shit, wouldn't change a thing. That's where I was the weird guy. If you would have taken all the coke out of that house, wouldn't have changed what I do one iota. The rest of them, they might have sobered up and went, Jesus Christ, this is fucking insane. Meanwhile, I'm the guy just sitting there eating a chip in the corner going, so we going to fuck or what?
Let's do some more karaoke.
I could sing another Eric Church song and then, or we could go, you want to go fuck? Yeah. So in some ways,
I didn't mean to get into that fucking rant. Wow.
In some ways, I was the most honest one, but in other ways, I was also the weirdest one because I'm like sober as shit, just going like, just get some pussy, bro.
I'm sorry. I was just sitting here trying to comprehend what that person said. I'm like, this is exactly what you've been explaining.
Right.
I had to fucking say
Finally,
it.
someone
I
goes.
had to say it.
Finally, someone goes, oh, so you were talking to three crazy people, and they told you were crazy. Yes, thank you. And then when I told everybody about my experience that wasn't in there, they were like, they're fucking insane. And I'm like, that's kind of what I was thinking. At any rate.
All right. Knock the rest of that fucking goal out. Come on. It's been a great show.
It's been a fucking dynamite show for you guys. We're 80 away. We can hammer this thing out in no time. Just drop in a little bit. We got 15 minutes until we really start begging you for money. But you guys have been fucking crushing it tonight. Finish her off. Throw a few bucks our way. Streamlabs, PayPal, Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, etc. Let's get that last pesky 80 knocked out, and then we've got a bunch more material for you tonight. So she's down with polygamy. Says it's not much of a stretch to say gay nor straight, gender diverse nor cisgender. We can add that to the list pretty easily. Oh my God! In another video, she refers to what Paul wrote in Galatians 3:28. Oh, okay. No, that's not mine. Mine is like 5:26. I thought that was mine. God damn it. So, she's like super anti-Trump. She thinks he's Hitler. She thinks that polygamy is totally cool, that Jesus would be fine with it. Here's my thing on that.
I'm confused.
If you want to look, if you want to be a polygamist, fine. Go ahead and do that. Don't try to co-opt God while you do it. You know what I mean? Either pick one. Either you're going to be a God person or you just want to have multiple fuck partners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to judge you for either one. Like, who am I to fucking say anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your secret's safe with me. But don't sit there and like wear a rosary and go like, I believe in Christ and all this, and then go, oh, and by the way, I'm going to go suck my friend's husband's cock and take a high hard one on Christmas, you know, from another guy. Like, it's just not, that's not how it goes. I don't have any other way to say it, but that's not how it goes.
Well, that's how it went.
But I didn't say I was of God. I was the one telling those guys. I was like, guys, I'm an abomination.
Yes.
Like, I'm wrong as far as God's concerned in this whole thing. Oh, well. Oh, well. It worked out for all of them in the end.
Yes, it absolutely did.
Doing fucking great. Not that I'm sitting here.
They're living their best life.
Not that I'm sitting here lighting the world on fire. I'm a fucking wreck too. I just, I just got out in time where I don't have charges and lost kids and shit like that. Like I just smartened up. I was still a fucking monster.
I couldn't imagine if you were still hanging around when that went down.
They were just always monsters and never smartened up.
No, like the rest thing. Like,
oh. Well, that would be the end. That would be it. That would be it. I'd be done. No more kids. No more family.
Yeah, you'd be on that's a wild path.
That would be it. Yeah, I mean,
That's some other fucking dimension. You're going down that path right now.
There was no, like, once we got started down this road, there was no survivable path for me without divorce and leaving. Like, if I don't do that, my life's over.
Well,
I have no way of making a living.
It didn't have to be divorce. Someone could have came with you when you fucking left.
No, they were never going to do that.
Well, yeah,
never in a million years were they were going to do that. But, like, I mean, I couldn't do a show.
Right.
I don't have a trust fund to fall back on.
No.
My family already hated my wife. And
wait, if you don't have a trust fund, where do you get all your fake donations from?
Shh. I'm playing a son of a baker and lunch lady.
Oh, okay.
On the air. But, like, yeah, I would have been fucked.
Uh-huh.
And he wouldn't have felt bad.
No.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. We're just, government's just against us. I'm like, no, there's drugs. There were drugs here. They took them out of the fucking house. Like, I would be so mad. That day, I would have been so fucking pissed. I would have just been banging on everything. I fucking told you. I fucking goddamn told you this was going to fucking happen. And it would have been futile.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was, a Thursday morning?
Yeah.
I would not have been at the house. I would have been here doing the show because I always got up at 4 a.m. to leave to go and do the show. So I would have kissed Kayla goodbye, looked at April and went, and then I would have went off and I would have done the show. It was not going well. I was not a happy man, except when I was with my sweet. Adam with $10 says, get a job, Pores, then you can be as fiscally irresponsible as me. Look at Adam throwing in all the money. Thank you, buddy. BJ with $5 says the abuse rumors originated. Oh, I lost it. Here we go. The abuse rumors originated from Nick sodomizing Aaron head to butt. Oh, that's you, motherfucker. No, that's not what happened at all. $70 away from knocking out tonight's goal. Guys, you guys are tantalizingly close. We are 10 minutes away from begging you. Citizen M says, by the way, for the documentary I'm doing, what were the worst things Nick spoke against Vic Mignogna? I don't have like direct quotes, dude, so I wouldn't put that in there. Just that he, we made some gay jokes. That's about it. Like, I don't know Vic at all. Nick would just make some gay jokes. I'd laugh and make a couple gay jokes because gay jokes are funny to me. There was Citizen M, I will tell you, there was nothing like character-shatteringly terrible about it. It was just Nick didn't seem busted up or broken up about it at all.
Also, if Nick's making jokes, how funny can they really be?
It's kind of like when a cop orders at a Denny's.
Yeah.
Crunchy with $30 says
Crunchy
says gay train choo choo. Thank you. The choo choo train of gay is chugging along. And guys, we are $40 away from tonight's goal. $100 away from you guys getting a whole hour of overtime this week because you would have taken care of tonight and this morning's miss by 60. So $40 away from tonight's goal. It looks like we're just about there. If you want to throw in a couple of bucks, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, etc. Citizen M says, I was meant for a special purpose. I was meant to be Aaron's secret tool in the upcoming Ricada War all along. There's no war, guys. I'm not fighting. Look, I'm telling you, the journey of self-improvement and being better than who you used to be is all about feeling your pain, owning your pain, knowing when you're lashing out because you're hurt, knowing when you're lashing out because it's righteous, and knowing the difference and being able to hold on to those feelings and let them go rather than lash out about them. That's what I'm getting better at. Was that a fucked up situation and it Did it bring out the best in me? It did not. Did I recognize that, leave it, and start improving with therapy and group and things like that? Yes. And that's what I'm working on. Am I 25% of the way there? Nope. Not even 25%. It's going to be a long journey because it was a fucked up situation. And in a way, I envy them because they're not in rehab, so they're obviously not getting better. They're not in counseling. They're not getting better that way. I kind of envy them because they don't know how fucked up all this was yet. And they got arrested and shit. They still don't know how fucked up this is. And like I had to go through it and feel it. And I'm feeling it now. And you know, some days you look in the mirror and you're like, what have you done? Like, what did you do? Like, and I still have my kids and I still look at myself and I go, how did you let them down? Like, how bad were you, you piece of shit? Like they lost theirs and they still don't go through that part of it as far as I can, because you can't without repenting. You can't without legitimately being sorry that you did that. So, oh man, like there are some days where I do envy them in a way.
Yeah.
If they're not getting better, because I'm like, fuck, man, actually admitting this shit to yourself and breaking yourself down to nothing, you know, exposing your own flaws and, you know, your loose wires and shit, and like feeling that and then having to fix it and then struggling to fix it, like really struggling and failing some days and succeeding others. It's a ride, brother. It's a ride. There are some days where you're like, I fucking got it. I beat it. I figured it out. The old me's back. I got this thing. And then there are other days where you'll go, fuck, and you'll feel guilty all over again for doing something so heinous. And you got to get back on the bike.
Yeah.
You try again. Oh.
It's a lot of shit to process.
Brother, you have no idea. $40 away. Let's hammer that out. And then we've got some overtime for you tonight. I wanted to bring this up because some people say, Aaron, once in a while, do you think you could throw us Minnesota fans a bone and talk about some Minnesota shit? We got some fucking concerts coming this week, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my.
This week?
Dude. There's a 90s nostalgia tour that's coming to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind being white trash and admitting that you like some white trash shit, there are some acts for you, dude. There are some acts. So I don't give a fuck about this band Vertighost. Fuck them. They can suck my dick. Check this out.
Uh-huh.
At the Somerset Amphitheater in Somerset, Wisconsin, tomorrow, Limp Bizkit, Corey Feldman, and Riff Raff. Dude, I'm not even playing with you right now.
Oh, boy.
Somerset, Wisconsin, tomorrow. How are we not there? How am I not skipping the evening
Corey
show?
Feldman is touring with Limp fucking
Feldman
Bizkit.
and Bizkit are at Somerset Theater in Wisconsin.
One you can go laugh at. You get a comedy show and a rock show.
Yeah. First of all, ain't nobody laughing at Corey Feldman around me. I'll punch a motherfucker right in the face. Then you've got, what's the next one? Wednesday at the Turf Club. Dylan and the Dead, a tribute. I don't want to see a Dylan tribute band. Get that out of here with my Limp Bizkit. Strand of Oaks on Thursday. Who gives a fuck? What do we got Friday? Minnesota Yacht Club Festival. Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette, the Black Crowes, Joan Jett, and more. Bro, 95 called. This is lit. Harriet Island on Friday. The Minnesota Yacht Club. A 2-day event that's bringing Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette, Black Crowes, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, The Head and the Heart, Dury, Morgan Wade, Michigander, Gully Boys, and Harbor and Home. Fuck, dude.
When do I got to go for this shit that I know?
Day 2 of this Harriet Island thing?
Day 1?
Red Hot Chili Peppers and The Offspring.
Damn, that's a good one.
Like I said, if you're white trash from the 90s,
we
got some shit for you guys to watch in Minnesota. Then we got, I don't see anything good here. Who gives a fuck about
Smith and Wesson?
No.
They don't know how to spell very good.
It doesn't say Eric Church, so I'm good. But yeah, we got some, like I said, we got some white trash shit coming to town.
Man.
Right? Honky says, ironically, the cocaine saved Aaron from losing his kids. If it were straight up wife swapping without substance abuse, Aaron would be a Spicer resident with 5 stepkids living next door. Can I tell you something? 100 fucking percent. 100%. I had a problem with.
Yeah,
dude. I watched April's health deteriorate from it. Like I watched her sinuses get all fucked up. She had 2 sinus infections, and it
so
was
did
just,
we.
well, yeah, I guess you guys saw it too. But and I'd watch her like how she'd behave on it, and then I'd watch her fight all the time with people, and like she was paranoid that it was going to be over all the time, and that Nick doesn't care about me this way, and he's doing this, and oh, but we talked about it, and now we're fine. It's like, yeah, but you guys do this all the fucking time.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, I lied about a couple chapters read in a doggy book. That was my cardinal sin, and that led to me on the outs.
oh boy.
Fuck. If that doesn't tell you drugs were involved, holy shit. Oh, hey, this guy left a bullet of cocaine next to your stepchild, April. Just all right, he's sorry, okay? You don't care about me. Sorry, Kayla was the one that came downstairs to see if the kids were all right. I didn't know what to tell you. But then, like, yeah, that is fine. Him leaving that there, that was fine. But me going, hey, Kayla, I read these 2 chapters in the doggy book. And then I fucking left the doggy book at their house, and I didn't remember. You fucking liar! How could you lie to my wife like that? Because fucking pages in the book. She was having a hard day fighting with you, so I thought I'd make her feel better by saying I read the fucking book, Thought it might be nice. And I was going to read it. I just didn't know that I forgot it. When are you going to fuck me to death? Jesus Christ. But, no, Honky has a great point there. Yeah. If there wouldn't have been the drug thing, that was my big objection, is all the drug shit. So, yeah, if it would have been straight, he's right. If that would have been straight up wife swapping, I might be living in Spicer right now. Good point. Mark Sloan with 199 says, finally said hi to you the other day. Very handsome. First of all, you're lying. Second of all, where the fuck did you say hi to me? All right, guys, we are $40 away from knocking out tonight's goal. If you want to throw us a couple of bucks, let's finish it off. What do you say? Let's call it the last 40, and then we'll do 30 minutes of overtime. Stop. Big Troon says, ew, I can smell it from here. Stop it. Stop it. $40 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships, Rumble Rants. Let's go ahead and team up in this next 5 minutes. Let's hammer out this last 40, and then you guys can decide from there if you want to do the 60 from this morning, and then we'll give you guys an hour's worth of overtime throughout the evening shows this week. Let's go ahead. Who wants to start it off? 5 minutes to go, about 4.5 minutes to go. Let's throw in a few bucks and knock out this last 40. We'll do it now instead of wait until the end of overtime because we are inside of $50, so we do owe it to you. But let's go ahead and knock out that last 40 and call it a W. Let's do it right now. Everybody, throw in 10 until it's done. Or throw in 5 until it's done. I don't really care how you do it. Let's just make sure the damn thing gets done. There's all the links in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the page. The Streamlabs link, the PayPal link, Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, Rumble Rants. You guys have gotten this down to 40 pretty effortlessly tonight. It's been pretty easy. So let's knock out the last of it. This is my least favorite part.
Yeah.
Is having just a little tiny bit left and going, all right, guys, 4 minutes to go. I'll sing for my supper, but let's not make this last too fucking long. Let's call her a win and be done for the night. All right, what do we have here? We have a thank you to throw out.
Dance Monkey
Oh,
Dance.
Alex Jones, who says this is a documented and proven fake donation. $45 from Alex Jones. Well, guys, that's it. We're done. So now here's the deal. You're 55 away.
Mm-hmm.
Here, $55. We'll say here. From this AM for 1 hour this week. There we go. $55 away from getting an hour of overtime sprinkled out throughout the evening shows. And if we don't knock out that 55, but we get some of it, we'll just add it to tomorrow. We're not just going to keep it and let it just sit there. Thank you guys very much. And if we knock out that 55, we're going to call the streak still alive at 12 straight shows. So thank you guys very much. If you feel like dropping in, drop in. Tin Man Taylor with $10 says, great show tonight, guys. Matt must be on whatever they give Biden to complete a sentence. He's fired up, isn't he? I like that. 45 away from, by the way, 45 away from picking up those fucking morning show guys again. Am I right? Lander says, I am jumping in the shower, Aaron. I wash myself to that silky smooth voice. Hail Trump. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, you guys did all that well before 9 o'clock, so we're not even at overtime yet. And you're still just 45 away from hammering out what we missed this morning. This is shaping up to be a hell of a nice Monday. These evening show people have been carrying the load, I feel. I think it's all the matadors.
It's got to be.
Keeping business on an even keel.
I'll go with that.
Well, we got a little more. Again, people keep asking me. They're like, you got to do some more Minnesota stuff. You got to do more Minnesota stuff. So I'm like, all right, we'll cover some Minnesota shit. Why not? Oh, by the way, if you don't think that, I don't know what you're. There we go. So anyway, if you're talking about this, you're talking about, oh, Aaron, you should do some more Minnesota stuff. You should do some more Minnesota stuff. Fine. I did see a clip today, though, I do want to mention, of Kevin Brennan talking about all the compound stuff. Basically, if you haven't heard, everyone at Compound's out at Censored.
Yeah.
It's just Anthony. Remember when it was first happening and people were like, well, it's going to be Gino and Chrissy, and maybe we'll bring Garrett and Steve, That was the whole thing. Apparently, they're all out.
Yeah, fuck you, everyone.
They're just, Gavin, look, I think Gavin made him a fair deal. I think what a lot of these people found out was that they were, and I thought everybody knew this. I thought this was generally accepted because everyone was so grateful to be there at Compound. I thought everybody knew they were drastically overpaid.
Yeah.
That Anthony was a super generous guy who was basically giving these people a living.
Yeah.
And they were,
It showed by the production quality.
Whoa.
Have you heard the sound quality of Anthony since he moved to North Carolina, his new place?
Is it better or worse?
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, really?
It's low volume. Like, I have to turn my fucking Bluetooth speaker all the way up, and you get this fucking hiss in the back. It's fucking horrendous.
Really?
They did nothing to correct it. It never got better.
And it's still that way on Censored? Or haven't you listened
I
on Censored?
listened today a little bit, and it seemed better, but I have to listen on a better speaker to find out for sure.
Okay.
But, like, it was fucking horrendous. Like, my garage was actually better.
But watching Kevin Brennan enjoy it.
Yeah, they were overpaid.
Watching Kevin Brennan enjoy the shit out of this whole thing has been kind of fun to watch. It's because Kevin's like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah.
Watching all this Compound shit. Now, does it help? Does it help Kevin Brennan whatsoever?
No.
This happening to Compound Media? No. Doesn't put an extra dime in his pocket at all. He just really likes watching this all fall apart. And he hates Gino.
No.
So he hates Gino. So he likes
gives
seeing
him
that
content.
Gino, yeah, he likes seeing that Gino. Well, Gino used to shit on Kevin for being a YouTuber. And in
you don't say. You don't fucking say.
He shit on Kevin for being a YouTuber, saying, I have this studio and we get to come to this studio every day. And in a clear-cut case of there but for the grace of God go I. And in something that should teach all of us a lesson in humility. It's easy. It's easier, believe me, I know from my own bad experiences, it's easier to learn from watching others rather than going through it yourself. That's a lesson I only dared to learn at 37 years old. So Kevin has been thoroughly enjoying it, but I don't think Gavin did anything wrong. I think Gavin made generous offers, basically kill what you eat, like he said.
Eat what you kill, you mean?
Eat what you kill. Yeah, don't kill what you, you should probably kill it first. That's probably a good idea.
Eat it alive.
But when you get that offer, you're supposed to be like, fuck yeah, I'm betting on myself. I'll bring subs into this company. Basically what he's saying is, I want you to prove to me you're an asset. And if you prove you're an asset, I'll give you 60 to 70% of what you bring in.
Yeah.
You don't get that kind of deal anywhere.
Yeah.
No, but I've never worked for a company where I got 60 to 70% of what, dude, if I got 60 to 70% of the live reads I brought in to Steel Toe when we were on the radio, I would have never talked about the chick in Iowa. I would have sat there, twiddled my fucking thumbs, counted my fucking money, and been like, I'm making more than God right now. This is amazing. I'll sit here and I'll thumb my ass for 4 hours if it means this kind of payday. Are you fucking kidding? Because I got 20% of what I brought in. And that gave me a decent that gave me a good living.
Yeah.
That 20%. So you give me 3 times that? Fuck you guys. Oh, are you kidding me? So Gavin offers them a prove it deal, and they don't take it.
Yeah.
And apparently Gino was on his show. I was watching Kevin cover this, and he goes, and Gavin asked me to do 1 day a week. I'm like, dude, even better. You can go on YouTube the other 4 days out of the week and do In Hot Water. You can do In Hot Water once behind a paywall where you can say all your nasty N-word shit and all that stuff that you like to say.
Yeah.
And then you can get people on your YouTube to sign up for Compound Censored, and then you're making $6 a month every time somebody signs up. That's a great deal. You could make that work. If you have an audience and you're a draw, you can make that work. Unfortunately, I don't know if Gino thought he couldn't draw enough to make the kind of money he was making, but he was insulted by Gavin's offer and he had to turn it down.
Gotcha.
Apparently, Chrissy won't be doing her show for Gavin either. They didn't like the deal they were offered. But I just feel like when you deny a deal like that, it just kind of, I don't want to say it makes you look weak, but it makes it look like you don't believe in yourself to draw.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if they're, like I said, if someone gave me 1 day a week on a paywall platform, and then I got to do this show the other 4 days of the week, I'd be fucking pimping that fucking platform every cock-sucking day on my show.
Yeah.
I'd be going, guys, we're going to do wild shit. We're going to have all the great guests. We're going to say all the fucked up words on, there wouldn't be Rumble Friday. There would be like Censored Friday or whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
And you would do that. And if I got, I don't know, 500 of our fans to go over there, that's an extra $3,000 a month. That's it. Do the math. That's no more evening shows. I'm doing 5 morning shows a week, making the same money, being able to pay everybody.
Yep.
Fuck. Are you? And I guarantee Censored only wants a 2 or 3 hour show out of you.
Right.
So I don't know, man. Not taking that deal, basically free money, and you can promote it. And I'm sure Gavin would love it because he gives you 1 show a week, and then the other 4 days a week, you're promoting Censored. That's a good business model.
Yeah, because what's he have now? Only YouTube. Not censored.
No Censored.
Could have still done the YouTube and censored.
Could have done them both.
Right.
So, yeah, Kevin Brennan has been enjoying that greatly. And it's kind of funny to watch because Gino was saying, and Kevin Brennan, he's fucking miserable. Now he's miserable. And Kevin got mad at that. He didn't get mad at the assertion that he's miserable. Kevin was like, when was I ever happy? He went on a rant. He's like, when was I ever happy? I was always miserable. I want to find that for you. So I feel like you would like to see that.
Oh, that's the Kevin Brennan I love. Yep, that sounds right.
Kevin is a fucking doll in this segment.
Was I ever happy?
When was I? He was so mad that Gino called him happy at one point. Here it is. It's a 15-minute video. But
you got to find the good part.
yeah.
What do you mean
we? Didn't scream more. I said, this is what I'd like. He's like, nah. And he would write stuff like, nah.
Yeah, they kept saying that I enjoyed it. Like, I can't wait to fuck over.
And we'll get to that in a moment. But I said, I'd like to do a live show 4 days a week in studio, and then we could just, and he goes, no, I'll give you 1 day a week. And I'm like, nah.
Why not? See, to me, that would be so much better because, like I said, I can reach this larger audience on YouTube. And then when I go on Censored 1 day a week, the people who are at Censored who have never heard of me might watch the other 4 days a week on YouTube. It could feed the both of them.
Or if you do a good enough job, maybe you'll get the 4 days a week.
That's true too.
It could work. This is the beginning.
I don't know. As a talent, and I never worked at Compound, so maybe these guys were getting paid so over the moon that they just got spoiled.
Dude, it kind of sounds like they were.
It sounds like maybe they got spoiled, and those of us who have been hunting for our food and rattling cans and shit, you're seeing how the other half lived. But to me, as a talent, the deal Gavin is offering is amazing. That sounds like a great deal. You mean that I can spend 4 days a week shilling censored to people, pitching my show to my audience, and telling them, guys, just $10 a month. Plus, for that $10 a month, you enter the promo code SteelToe. You're getting Anthony. You're getting Gavin. You're getting Owen Benjamin. You're getting all this shit. You're getting all this stuff for $10 a month. Plus, you're helping out your boy make $6 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I'm being conservative when I say I could have got 500 of our fans to go over and do that. And then while you're uncensored, you get exposed to this new audience that might come and watch you on YouTube in the morning. I don't know how these guys turned down this deal. It ain't exactly going to roll in YouTube. Let me tell you, the landscape is flooded.
Yeah.
We've been kicking and scratching for 3 years, staying alive, and we've been doing it. But
they were expecting to have the merger happen and keep what they had.
Right. But the whole reason for the merger was because what they had was unsustainable.
Right.
They couldn't afford it. So,
but now Gino's going, well, they fired everyone else. Why can't they just pay me like I was?
And he's like, I'll do a show 4 days a week. Gavin's like, I only need you one.
4 days a week. Pay me like you were. Like I have been getting paid. You fired everyone else. You got the money. Yeah. And Gavin's like, no, it's not worth it. So
I want to get to the part where Kevin.
Yeah, do it.
Nah. Gavin said, he's like, once the merger went through, and I'm grateful for all of this. He's like, once the merger went through, we got the subs. We didn't need you.
I liked Drew.
I mean, that's brutal, but it's honest. He's like, look, I got the money. I don't need you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, it's like basically what Gavin was saying was, Gavin was trying to say, it doesn't look like I lost anybody by not bringing you guys aboard. And I said that on this show. I said, Gavin's going to use this next week or two as a trial run. And if he's bleeding subs, he'll bring Gino aboard.
Right.
And if he's not bleeding subs, he'll go, fuck, I can save even more money. Let's do it.
So I'm of the school, and maybe I'm wrong. No one's wrong or right. It's just
look at Kiki. She don't even look at him. She's so disgusted by him. She don't even look at him.
where we are. But I'm of the school. I helped bring a lot of those people over. So I'd like
looks like a Girl Scout, don't she? That hat.
Some kind of, compensation for that. He's like, nah. He's like 90% of those were Anthony. He didn't say that, but I think everyone believes the majority. Everyone knows the majority of those are Anthony fans. When you offer me a deal, and this is all due respect, just matter of factly, when you offer me a deal and say I'll give you 70% of the new subs, why? Why do I have to sing for my supper all over?
See, that's spoiled. You got spoiled at Compound. That's what that is. Why do I have to sing for my supper? Because that's the model now.
Yeah, because
everybody and their mother has a fucking show.
Because your employer changed. That's why.
Yeah. You were on the losing end of a merger. This is what, Anthony knows this when Sirius bought XM.
A hostile takeover.
You get bent over and fucked by the winning party.
Over again. That's not even fair. I understand why he wants me to, but I don't want to. I'll just take my
70% of the new subs Gino gets. I mean, Gino's going to get new people over. He's going to get nobody. He's going to get maybe 10 people. That's $7.
Fans.
70, Kev, but you got it, buddy.
And I'll go where I can go. And the other thing, people would be like, yeah, but you get exposed to that fan base.
Right.
I don't want to be exposed to the Proud Boy fan base.
Dude, I could have people sit here and go, proud of your boy all fucking day in my chat. I wouldn't give a shit. New fans are new fans.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's the Proud Boys, the Twinkle Brothers, or the fucking Antifa. I don't give a shit. Just watch my show. I'm putting on a show. You watch it. That's our
Why
that's
is he
that's our
acting like he's
mutual
too good
jobs.
for that?
It's got to be a kick in the pride, Give me $7 a sub, $3,500 if I bring 500 people, 500 of my fans aboard.
A month?
Yeah.
The fuck?
And then I get to do this show 4 days a week.
And still bringing that. Yeah.
Fuck me and the goat ass. I'll take it.
He's taking a stand against the Proud Boys. Finally.
Kevin.
He had no problem working at Compound Media when he was getting paid 4 days a week when Gavin was still there, did he? But now all of a sudden he's got a problem with the Proud Boy. Gino, don't be too proud. Don't be too proud, Gino.
I don't. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
They're good people.
Gavin said it. I'll use Gavin's words and not anyone else's. Compound Media was a network like Fox.
Not like a Fox at all. Not like Fox at all. You think Fox grosses $1 million a year? Wow. I mean, these guys are just get dumber every day.
I really want to skip to the part where he calls Kevin Brennan miserable, and Kevin gets mad that he thought, not that he's miserable, but that Gino thought he was ever happy.
Very happy, yeah.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Remember?
Hold on.
The YouTuber? Remember? And now a YouTuber. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Remember?
If I'm doing a YouTube model, I don't want to be under. I want to go on my own. It's time to
do both.
You're
stupid.
55. Go off on your own. See what happens.
Boy pants, as somebody said. I mean, if I wasn't wrong so much, I'd be.
Was that Aaron paid you to be his friend? Did he pay you? P.S. Check your voice. I wish I could see what that said. Was that Aaron paid you to be his friend? Yikes! Ouch.
I'm telling you, make sure you catch me on a Compound Censored Monday at 10 a.m. I'm wrong a lot, but what is this beeping? I'll say for the.
I thought your catchphrase was Gino's always right.
I need to find that.
Yeah.
Gino's broke. Not money broke.
Said to me when I finally called him a week later, and you see my face, like I on YouTube, and I lost my mind laughing. Lost my mind laughing. And he said, "It's over." No matter how he said it, trust me, it was over.
He's worried about, he's such a good guy. Just take care of Gavin and Steve. Don't worry about Gino Bisconte. Right, Gino? Is that what you just said?
So we set it up in Drew's studio, and that studio is fantastic, but we have to drill a hole in the studio.
I don't know where this fucking, I swear to God, I heard this. I heard Kevin get mad that Gino called him happy.
So we can breathe.
It's fantastic. It's somebody's room.
But we're definitely going to do more stuff there. And if I had to guess, and I haven't talked to the boys, like, look, In Hot Water will always be fucking the greatest thing I've done. Because I said it on his direct TV show. I'm like, and I'm working with you now. He's like, you're not on that show. I'm like, and I even said on the air, you could see it. I
Kevin
have the
turn
receipts.
red?
It's on the
I don't know.
I'm like, Artie, you probably just.
You don't remember beginning or end?
Wow.
I don't know.
All right, we got guests.
Fucking red right
I
there.
don't know where the
Nice.
fuck. Dude, I'm not imagining all this. Holy
I believe
shit.
it.
Did I just imagine that Kevin did that? I swear to God, I heard Kevin go on a rant where he said, Gino, I've always been miserable. When haven't I been miserable? I was miserable before. Like he's screaming and yelling because Gino called it. He goes, he turned miserable. And Kevin's like, I was never happy. It was so goddamn funny. Crunchy with $5 says, I would easily pay a subscription for an uncensored weekly show versus even a daily goal. Oh, well, that would be great if I could get enough private. If I could get 2,000 of you to pay $10 a month, we could fuck this goal thing. We'd be done with that shit. And we'd be on our way. There we go. Well, thank you, Crunchy, for the $5. You guys are only $40 short from this morning. And if you knock that out, we'll give you an hour of overtime throughout the evening. Citizen M says, what deal was Chrissy offered? That's the real story. Gino simply does not have fans. He never did. I don't know. A couple of them came to the anniversary show last year. Gave him a coat.
Yeah.
He's got some fans, right? I wish him luck. I hope it works out for him. I don't want anybody to lose their job and lose their livelihood. That's scary, man. I've done that before. It's terrifying, man. It's really scary. Atomic Ray said Gino's divorce will be competing with the midterm elections for a grift. I hope that. I don't want to see anybody's life fall apart, man. I really don't. That doesn't. The internet's a gross place. And one place where I do feel above the internet as I try to improve myself,
Mm-hmm.
is that there's nothing that helps me when other people struggle. Like Keanu and Gino are struggling right now. That doesn't help me. It doesn't. I'm not doing better because of that. I'm not happier because of that.
You could. You're just not grifting.
I just don't.
I know.
Again, like.
No, I know. I get it.
If Gino took that deal and he like 5,000 subs, fucking great.
Yeah.
Good. Because it wouldn't help me if he didn't. And it doesn't hurt me if he did. But you've just got so many people, they let this internet world wind them so tight and they get so worked up and they just could fucking snap. And, it's too bad. Death Beholden says, if it wasn't for Aaron, I wouldn't know who Gino is and had no idea he was a political head. I thought he was just some rando that Aaron gave a job to or something. Oh. I appreciate that.
All right.
Oh, man, how fucking wild has that compound censored thing been? At any rate, guys, we're only $40 away from hammering out what we came up short this morning. So if you want to knock that out, go ahead. Streamlabs, PayPal. Adam Simon with $2 says, tip your bartender, support your local entertainer. Thank you. You know what? We get about, 20 more of those, and we'll hammer out that last $40. Thank you guys very much. And we'll keep the streak alive, which would be really cool. Winona, Minnesota. So back to Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to Winona? Beautiful.
That's southern, right?
Yeah. Beautiful town. South of
Where's it
Rochester.
Red Wing. Is it?
No fucking clue. What I'm trying to say is Winona, beautiful little town.
All right.
I dated 2 women who were going to school in Winona at the time.
Okay.
One of them went to St. Mary's, the private school.
Mm-hmm.
She was great, but apparently her and her boyfriend were not done. I did not know that. A beautiful, tall brunette with great tits told me about the boyfriend one night while we were at a party.
Did you fuck her?
And I got mad, and the girl and I had a fight, and that was the end of that. And then I started dating the friend that told me about
the tits.
Oh God, she was good too. I liked her a lot. If I wouldn't have been so immature, that one might have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have saved her too because she became an alcoholic.
Someone to save.
Yeah, it's worked out well for me in the past.
Stop trying to save people.
No, she was great. I really liked her. But I was like,
you could save her.
I was just starting out in radio though.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was too broke to get her a really nice Valentine's Day gift, so I broke up with her.
Smart move.
She was coming to my apartment to hang out, and I thought my apartment was shit. So I was like, no, fuck it. I panicked and broke up with her. I shouldn't have, though. She was fucking good. She was fun. My family liked her. I mean, we were both like 22, so we didn't know that we drank too much. I would have never known she had a problem.
Right.
That's just what you do then.
Yeah.
But no, Laura was her name. She was great. I liked her. She was a good one. Went to Las Vegas together.
Oh, yeah.
With my
really?
family.
Oh.
Yeah. Laura kept her boots on while we were in Vegas and we got in bed. That was nice. I liked Laura. But again, fucked that up, didn't you? You start dating someone at 22, though, the odds that that's going to work out and you're going to get married, like, you're so immature at that age. Like, are you going to grow together and mature and what? Nah.
My first marriage, that's what happened.
Yeah.
One grew up, one fucking didn't.
Which one grew up?
Weird. I was the one that grew up, believe it or not.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
I don't believe you.
Somebody couldn't stop partying.
What a fucking train wreck she must have been.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea.
Well, anyway, in Winona, Minnesota, an idyllic little city on the banks of the Mississippi, as so many cities are here in Minnesota, they fucked up big time.
Really?
The whole town got thrown into lockdown because of an active shooter. The alert that went out, law enforcement has issued a citywide alert due to an armed suspect and potential active shooter situation. Currently, emergency crews are on high alert and have issued a citywide shelter-in-place alert in Winona. Now, right after that, there was a shelter-in-place warning for a thunderstorm and possible tornado warning. What happened was they just hit the wrong fucking buttons and locked down the entire city. It was a disagreement at a shop that got out of hand. It turns out that this goofy-looking guy wasn't happy with his service at a local business and assaulted an employee with a sharp object. This looks like it could have been Nick if he would have went a different way. The employee went to the hospital.
Literally thinking, why are we looking at the blonde Nick Rekieta?
It does
in a
look like...
Hawaiian fucking t-shirt.
Actually, if
Hawaiian
you stab
button-up.
somebody, it's not that bad of a thing. You have to prove that I stabbed somebody. Actually.
He's stabbing the lungs, actually helping them breathe better.
You're aerating the lungs is what's happening, and that's going to actually help you. And I always say that lungs are like wives. If you have 2 of them, it's way better.
I mean, they can just, the coke goes right through that hole. You stabbed right into their lungs. Direct injection.
The employee went to the hospital with minor injuries, and the angry customer fled the scene. The police put out a notice that they were searching for the assailant in a specific area of the city with a shelter-in-place order for that small area, but things spun out of control
His
for
fucking name.
Stig Ure. I didn't think it was
What?
important. The weather service apparently decided it must be a storm if people are being told to shelter in place, so they issued a weather alert. Then the university spun the story into a gun control nightmare, issuing a citywide shelter-in-place order due to an active shooter via their emergency system. So the police department goes, we got a guy who stabbed a guy at a business. We're just going to lock down these couple of blocks here. Then the weather service goes, well, must be a fucking tornado. We're issuing a warning. So now everybody's losing their mind. Then Winona State University goes, somebody must be shooting a fuck ton of people. Let's lock down the whole city. It was a fucking nightmare all over a guy at a shop who stabbed another dude. That was it.
And we want to put faith in our government.
They really handled it well. By the way, Trucker 18-wheeler with $5 says cheating, saving, dating girls that have boyfriends already. Aaron, there's a streak here. Yeah, I'm trying to break the streak, if you don't mind.
Well, try harder.
I'm working on it. Hey, why do you think I put that line from Pulp Fiction up on the board this week? I'm trying to be the shepherd. I'm trying to be the shepherd, Ringo. Hey, if you guys want to knock out what the morning show left for you this morning, $35 away, and we can keep the streak going.
Pity the sheep who follow you.
And I fuck those sheep. If you guys want,
in that case,
if you guys want to knock out that last 35, man, I am down all the way for it. Somebody throw in that last 35 or 20 of it or 15 or whatever. I'm excited. I really hope in this last 5 minutes here, you guys want to help out and fix this morning because you've already knocked out tonight. If you guys fix this morning, I would go to bed fucking tickled. MSO says let him sweat it. Come on, guys. Just hammer it out for me. Make me happy. It would really make my Monday just pop the whole way. Citizen M says April died by the sword of Citizen M. Now Aaron will live by the sword of Citizen M. I'm the only thing between you and Nick's wrath. He's coming. Yeah, Citizen M says he wants to kill me. Well, I hope I don't get killed.
Don't do it on night. I'm here. I had nothing to do with it.
He's in enough trouble. He can't be killing people.
Leave the innocence out of it.
Yeah. I ain't looking to be a martyr either, though. You know? So, guys, if you want to do a little Streamlabs, PayPal, Rumble Rants, etc., I would love it. I would love to hammer out that last 35 from this morning. It would make this. I already hold the evening show audience way the fuck up here.
Well, they've been killing it.
You guys would go off screen if you hammered this thing off. Out. Not hammered it off. That would be fucking terrible. I think I want to save this next one for tomorrow morning because we've only got 5 minutes left. A homeless shelter that was funded by the taxpayers of L.A. has now become a crack house.
Weird.
They tried to help all the homeless people in L.A. with a shelter.
The taxpayers of L.A. are funding the Lincoln Center?
No. It's totally different.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Like, how did their tax dollars get here?
I think I really do have an elitist, like I have an inability to see the impoverished and the poor because I don't want to because they make me uncomfortable. Okay. I've been driving by Lincoln Center on the way to Highway 10 for a long time now.
Yeah.
I just now noticed where it was. It's like it had a cloaking stealth device on it that I can't see poverty.
Oh, boy.
And boy, it really is a gaggle of messes there.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, are they disasters?
Yeah.
By the way, Kiki's Disco Wedding becoming a member for 26 months says Nick's house is funded by L.A. No. Das Optic Nerve. Das Optic Nerve says, I have 10,000 Kiki bucks. Can I donate that sword to the goal? If you throw in your 10,000 Kiki bucks, we'll see what the exchange rate on that is. I know you can't trade it for censored subscriptions. Unfortunately, I say. So yeah, LA's homeless shelter became a crack house. Oh, I brought this one for you from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit police roll out new neighborhood response team to crack down on illegal block parties.
There's a team. It's not called the police?
No. It's just a team of people cracking down on block parties because there's just every time they have a block party in Detroit, they're just shooting and stabbing each other, and the cops they figure it's a bad look. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left. I'm going to rattle the cans and see if I can't convince you guys to make up for this morning's shortfall. $35 away. I know $35 isn't a lot. It's not a big deal. It's basically a W, but I want to get the W on the books if we could. $35 away from this morning, and if you knock it out, we'll add another half hour of overtime for the week here on the evening shows. So, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships, Venmo. We got a minute and a half. I can't get it if I don't ask. So I'm going to see if you guys want to throw in the last 35 and bail out those morning fuckers.
Make it 2 wins for the toe.
And make it 2 wins for the toe in one show. One evening show, 2 wins. Let's see if we can do it. We got about a minute and 10 seconds. If you feel like doing it, 35, I feel like 3 or 4 people could just, boom, rifle that out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships, Rumble Rants. Matt's going to be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Johnny's going to be back tomorrow morning. We're going to have a couple more great shows for you. I'm very excited about it. But, boy, would I really like to hammer out this
MSO
morning.
just put a W. No, you got your W this morning.
No.
You can't claim that again. You cannot claim a W tonight, sir.
You got your W this morning. We got a W tonight.
Yes.
We're trying to take back your W. Guys, we got 40 seconds to take back MSO's W. Let's do it. Take it back. $35 away. Be part of the solution. Not
the
part
final
of
solution.
Not part of MSO's victory party. Yuck. 20 seconds left.
We need the final $35.
25 seconds left.
That is the solution.
This is from this morning. You guys have already done great work today.
Knocked it out tonight.
10 seconds left. I don't expect you guys to have to bail out those morning fuckers anyway.
Good.
Although you did give them 25 ahead for tomorrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. Hey, we knocked some of it down.
Fuck yeah.
That's pretty fucking sweet. Thank you guys so much. It was a great show tonight. We appreciate you being here. Matt, thank you as well.
Thank you.
And we will see you all again at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now I'm going to go put that show together. Take it easy.